Haha! Hello! Welcome, friends. It is Tomb of Annihilation night, our big Dungeons & Dragons 5e game we've been playing for the last couple of years. Welcome.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, friends, for joining me this evening. I appreciate it. If we are all ready to step back into our D&D game, we can begin. So, the world of Toril, the land of Chult, the forgotten city of Omu, where last we left our characters. Our party had been venturing down deep underneath the city streets in a very evil place. A Fane of the Night Serpent, the very lair of Rossin Sea, one of the many enemies the party had made along their way. A very big enemy, slain, defeated by all of you. You have gone about infiltrating further into the Fane itself, into this labyrinthine, what's the word? Not construct. There's a word for an underground area that I can't think of.
Catacomb?
Catacomb?
Layer?
Layer is it as well?
Dungeon?
Complex. Dungeon complex, effectively.
Upside down pyramid?
You have successfully set off the alarm, alerted the reinforcements, fought the reinforcements head-on, killed them, sending their bodies cascading down into a pit of snakes, destroying the walkway in that room, cutting up the river and into a few secret caverns, perhaps even unknown to that of the Yuan-Ti, blowing those to high heaven, destroying anything left over that could challenge you, and circling back around to the room you came before, where there are remnants of the reinforcements left behind. You decided to incapacitate a room full of them after negotiations between one of their varied leaders went sour. You have completely knocked out a room of Yuan-Ti, hearing many bodies drop to the floor and nothing else. You find yourselves in a chamber across the way from the snake pit. No clear way to get to the other side. And as this spell is cast in Freesia, you feel this sort of the twine, the strings attached from it, and you pull to concentrate. You know that your magic will only last the better part of a minute. And that is where we're going to pick up. And we're picking up in the initiative that we left off last time. Freesia, you just cast this spell. Fortunately enough, you rolled the highest on the initiative. Everybody should see the map, yes? Does everybody see the map?
Yep.
Beautiful. Freesia, you are the first to move. We are in initiative as your spell holds tight. Mere moments left to you to act. What do you do?
Well,
You have an
Okay,
action.
I got the back door. Don't
How-
worry about it.
Does it look hard to cross over using the supports?
There aren't supports. The walkway has burned out from all the damage you guys caused to it and fallen through. There are little bits left over, but nothing of significance to walk upon. The walls are pocketed and pitted, some sticking out in different places. They don't look terribly difficult to climb, but one wrong move could send you down the pit.
Okay. Then I climb on War's shell.
Okay, you climb onto the back of War's shell. That's easy enough for you to do without having to make any check, as long as War does not protest. And you are back there. You are behind his shell. Do you want to switch places with him mechanically?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
that's fine. Yeah, put War first and you behind him. I'm fine with that. If you guys can see your tokens and move them easily enough, that should not be a big deal. Here, I'll ping the area so that y'all can. Oh,
Because I am bad at climbing, but War.
there you go. Perfect.
Oh my god.
All right. Hypnotic pattern. This is its first round. So we've marked that this is its first round. The Yuan-Ti in the other room are asleep. The gladiator is asleep. I don't know that it's asleep as much as they're in a daze, right? Are they knocked to the ground? Each creature in the area, on a failed save, they become charmed for the duration. While charmed, they're incapacitated, speed of 0. I'm going to say they're prone. So they're on the ground. All of them are knocked out. Alexandria, you're the next to act. You can choose to hold your action in this kind of situation if you want to, but it is your turn.
Give me a second, because my map is lagging pretty bad right now. Okay. Well, I mean, they are all asleep.
You are still in the Eyes of Furia right now, yeah? You can turn that on and off, I believe.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I guess I will just Misty Step over there.
Okay, absolutely. Bonus action, Misty Step can take you 30 feet from the point you're at to another point that you can see, so you can pretty much make it anywhere in this room other than the 3 squares that are out of your sight. So these areas should be accessible to you.
Oh, actually, I need to double check a spell I've abused many a time, but forget a specific detail. Tensor's floating disc
Would you like to
follows
use
me.
an action to
Yeah, but
summon it?
it's bad at
Oh, it's
height.
gonna sink down the pit. Yep,
Yeah.
you're right. I
Yeah.
keep thinking that
It'll float
even
over.
though those blocks are gone, that they're still on our level. All right, so I'm teleporting. Beep. I'm over here
Roll
now.
and move back. We're in initiative order if you can. Thank you. Yep, you are over on the other side, and you see what you see before you in the room. You see all of these bodies littered to the ground. You see before you what looks to be. Let me actually get a full. Let me see if there is like a nice description of this area that maybe catches anything I have personally missed. Let's see. Yep. The iron stench of blood floods this chamber. Along one wall, a row of gore-filled pools sink into the floor. Blood trails and bloody footprints run between the pools. On the other side of the wall sits a sealed iron door. The room itself doesn't hold any other significant pieces of information other than the host of bodies laying on the ground, all of them steadily breathing, most of their eyes open. You would see some individuals of interest, other than the commoners and the purebloods look very much like your generic Yuan-Ti and human Chultan slaves. These two are of interest. This one here is almost completely naked. He is a Malaysian. He has a snake head. He's almost completely naked. He looks to be a little overweight. His scales look as though they have just sort of been peeled off, and he's got a new layer of skin sort of growing through, and he has a towel around his waist, and he's fallen to the ground. The gladiator on the other side looks like a heavily armed and armored large Chultan woman.
How does coup de grace work again?
I don't know if there's a coup de grace in 5e. If you can just kill somebody on the ground. I think you get a
if
critical
they're-
hit.
Yeah, you get critical or like an automatic crit or something. Or it's
Incapacitated,
an
right? So it counts as
advantage
a crit?
because they're off, and then if you hit, it's an automatic crit.
Yeah,
Something
automatic
like
crit.
that.
So you will deal like a lot of damage to anybody on the ground. And I will say a very large, I think I've
But it
marked
has to be
them.
a melee, if I remember correct.
I believe it does. A large amount of them are bloodied. I think you can see from the marked tokens of the ones that are already hurt. The others who aren't look to be in pretty decent shape.
Warren needs to get over here. He needs to come over here and reap the fields, if you know what I'm saying.
We're also allowed to
For a
toss
war.
people to the snakes.
I guess that's
Yeah.
unconscious, is what I was saying. So it's auto crits if you're unconscious.
Okay, so I'm gonna start.
Incapacitated is just can't take actions or reactions.
Okay, so we can't even coup de grace these people then.
I don't know if coup de grace exists in 5e.
You can tie them up, though.
Yeah, you can spend an action trying to if you have the means, if you have the item, like a rope or manacles or something, you can use an action a free action to take that item out, and then your action to restrain.
Yeah, that was the problem. I already looked through my inventory, and I don't have a rope.
Well, you are over here, and you do still have your movement. So if you want to get into a position that, because you are blocking the door a little bit, I mean, people can move through you technically, but it's up to you. If you want to be right here or over to the side, and you still have your full action if you want to do
Okay,
anything.
so I guess what I'm gonna do is, since other people have to get over here, I'm just gonna start preparing the process. So I'm going to take a 10-foot step over here.
Okay.
And I'm gonna grab this snake, and I'm gonna just haul them back over to the door.
Okay, yep, you can easily use your action to, grapple and then pull. Your movement, you didn't use any, so I believe, because it's half movement while grappling, I believe you should be able to get here without any problem. So yeah, you've got them grappled. Can you mark your character with, like, a fist icon or something? So that I know that you're grappling? And then I'll do this one as well. Clink.
I still have Silk Rope if we want to go that route. I can get over there eventually, but I could mage hand the rope to you. I don't know.
Possible.
Yeah, you totally could.
Action. That's action.
It's free action to take out.
That's my turn.
That's your turn.
Action for mage hand. I have to actually cast it in the first place.
Brolin, it's your
So-
turn.
Apparently, I have 100 feet of rope.
Nice.
Oh, there you go.
I
Number
was
two.
a
We also
little
have
late.
a bunch.
I was a little late to the party. Did anything dramatic happen?
Everything so far is where it picked up last time, and we are now going over to try and start getting rid of the 1T. Or clearing out the room, or pacifying the room in one way or another. That is what's happened so far. Just Alexander has gone over. Frisha's climbed on War's back. That's all that's happened. But it is your turn. Party seems to be acting on Frisha's spell, which holds for 60 seconds.
And what's the spell?
Hypnotic pattern from last time. if
Okay.
you recall.
Okay. So, I mean, I could effectively turn into a spider and crawl on the ceiling.
Wait a fucking
over
minute.
there.
There's
What?
a door here.
Where you are?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's where you climb. It's how you got in.
No, there's another door.
Oh yeah, there is another door, another iron door. I described it.
God, I know, but I wasn't thinking about it.
You see it as you're pulling as you want T back.
There's another fucking door here. I'm gonna check the door on my next turn, because what else am I gonna do?
Perfect.
All right, Brolin is going to turn into his spider.
Okay,
Okay, well he fit. That probably won't fit.
he will. He's squeezing.
You can
Yeah.
squeeze.
All right.
And it is 10-foot ceiling, so you can crawl over us.
Yeah, you can get in there.
Brolin's just gonna.
Oh wow, Brolin. Let yourself go.
What's the movement of your spider?
Bronx like spider noises.
That's not a movement distance.
I'm trying to figure out his.
It would be the square that Brolin's. One of the squares. That
Oh,
Brolin's-
I have a 30 feet of climb.
Cool.
All right, so
Just make
you
sure
moved
you're-
5 so far.
So 15.
So yeah, it would be 15, and then
So you can make it to the door, but you can't get in.
I mean you could also dash and keep going.
Dash.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do.
So 30 feet
And then
gets
I'm-
you pretty much to where Alexandria is,
Because wild shape's bonus, right?
if you want to
Yeah.
go down there.
Yeah, action dash. Yeah, you get double move.
Yep, and then
So
you
you
have
hear the
30 feet
skittering
of-
of a.
yeah. Continue.
You hear a skitter, skitter, skitter.
Oh, watch where you're sticking those hairy legs.
Coming
Yeah,
from the ceiling.
Yes, there is a gentle leg that slightly pokes Alexandria.
Are you only gonna do the 30 feet because you have an action still?
No. Well, no. I use the dash.
Okay, use the dash, and you're only going that much further.
I guess I could go right here.
Yeah, you can get in a little more if you want. Yeah, you see all these bodies on the ground. All your eyes looking down from upside down. Yeah, you can make it pretty much into this
Just
room.
count 20.
You can see the whole room.
Okay, yeah, no, I can make it here.
Giant
he's
spider.
looming over these unconscious bodies like the spiders over the hobbits.
He is.
Skitter, skitter.
It's a dwarf.
Shelob, no.
I love it. It is Valfine's turn.
I'm gonna come back.
It's just in before that. There's actually a very easy way to get into this goddamn room. That's just walking around the corridor.
I'm not sure there is, because we've been on all sides of this room.
Yeah. The last session, we went from the left door all the way around to the right door.
I'm gonna bonus dash, Ed,
Okay.
so I can get up a little closer. Can I like squeeze next to War?
You can move through here as long as your movement doesn't end on your friend. So you would have to get out. You would have to exit.
30. This was 15.
I trust you.
10. I wouldn't have enough to move up all the rest of the way and then back again.
You can leave this hallway, but you would have to initiate a climb onto either ledge.
I don't have enough movement to move up to Frisia and then back again, so I think I'll chill here until
Okay.
next turn. I was gonna mage hand some rope over or something.
Do you want to save an action for anything?
Uh,
I could hand you a rope if I'm gonna start trying to climb.
you could do
You
that too.
could tie off a rope somewhere here in case.
I've got pittons, so if we needed pittons, I could stick them in the stone.
Yeah, you want to use your action to take a rope from War?
Sure.
War, you have a rope?
I do.
Okay. 30, is it 60 feet?
50.
50 feet. Cool. And
50.
you temporarily have that item, no need to write it down.
Okay.
But just know that you have that right now. War, it is your turn.
Alrighty. So I guess I'm climbing. Is that the plan here?
It's up
I
to
think
you.
that was the plan, but it's up to you.
Now you are carrying Frisia, so you will move at half speed, and you don't have a climbing speed, so it will be half.
And
again.
there's no rope brace for you yet, so
Well, he is not carrying me so much as I am attached to him,
Doesn't-
and I weigh less than most of his gear.
you weigh something.
I know, but mechanically you are carrying another character, so you, in any case that you have another character with you, you're at half speed. Because we're still in mechanics right now, so.
Okay, it's better for War to get over there than me to get over there. So
I mean, I'm
I
fine
guess
with him
War
throwing
not-
you, kind of thing too. I mean, he technically War moves 40 feet, so he can
Yeah.
move 2 full squares with you on his back climbing. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just not going to happen immediately. In fact, he can not action surge, but he can dash and make 4 squares to get over.
He could action surge and
He
make
could-
6.
He could get over
Go
there. Like,
ahead.
it's not hard for War to get over there with you on his back. I'm just saying how slow the process is going to be with you on his back.
He could also rage first and get advantage on strength checks, right?
It's true.
I only have one rage left. I'm not using
It'll be gone the minute you don't take damage. Or
it.
deal damage.
I'll poke
Right.
him. It's okay.
And you trip into hypnotic pattern. It's over.
So,
Alright.
Frisha's still on your back, War.
Okay.
Unless you don't want me on your back.
I can go for it. But I think I'm gonna. Do we get inspiration from previous
Yeah.
sessions?
Everybody should
Okay.
have one, but if they don't, let me just.
Don't worry about mine or that. I was just gonna use it on the climb check. So,
Okay, yeah. Absolutely.
so that would be
steal it from you. Just gimme.
let it go. So that would be
No, don't let it go.
5 foot of movement, and then it's essentially triple.
You can see that corner, so leaving out either side, you should be able to go
Mhm.
vertical.
Wait, what?
Um,
So like if I went this way.
Yep, you can do that because the corner is visible.
Okay. So this should count as. I don't know how the half movement.
So
I have 35 feet of movement left.
You have 35. So what is your total
Mhm.
movement right now? What's your total movement speed?
40, and I started from here.
You started from there. Perfect. So you have Frisha on your back.
35.
You move up 1, which would immediately mean that's 5.
Oh.
That's technically 10 feet of movement. That
Okay,
is
so
sucked
now
up.
that's 30.
So that's
Yep.
10 feet. So now you're at 30 feet of movement. And if you
Yeah.
go to climb, it's going to be doubled. So that'll be 20 feet of movement. And you will only be able to move 1 square. Until
Okay.
you action surge, or not, sorry, until you spend your action to move again, at which point you'll be able to go much
Right.
further.
Yep.
But you can be
So-
1 square out.
So like, can I go diagonal?
Yep. You
Okay.
can. You technically have 10 feet of movement left, but it is impossible to take that movement because you need 20
Right.
with Frisha.
Okay.
Frisha, go ahead and just stay in worst square, and that'll make it easier. You're there. And then
So then,
yeah, you are climbing. Make a athletics check for me.
so this is where I was gonna use the thing.
Your inspiration, yeah, go for it.
Yeah. Athletics. Advantage.
Very,
There we
very
go.
good.
Woo!
Very, very good. Yeah, you're fine.
Didn't even need it.
Pretty sure you feel pretty safe on the back. I mean, the only thing that would make you nervous is you losing your grip on the shell, but War's clung to this wall. Would you like?
If we lose a grip, I fall very slowly.
War, you still have your action.
Yeah,
That's
I
your
would like to
movement.
dash.
Okay. So you should be able to go 2 full squares because they're both
Okay.
at 20 feet.
So can I go here and then diagonal again, or are we going around the edge?
I would say you have to end your square in a square adjacent to the wall, wherever you're
Okay.
ending. So I think you have to be in the square below.
Alrighty.
All right,
So that's my turn then.
that is your turn.
But next turn, you can just step into the room.
You should be able to just go into the room. Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, because you have at least 2 squares of movement, so you should be able to be in the room as long as Alexandra is not where she is.
So,
Alrighty.
just to confirm, am I setting up like a rope in case someone falls, or am I
Oh,
handing
too late.
the rope away? Okay, I will be mage handing the rope to you from here.
Yeah.
Then.
I've got a
Okay.
lot too.
All right.
Ba-ba-ba.
Frisha, you are on War's back.
John Cena don't care.
If I'm in war space, I'm going to actually step into the room.
Okay, yep, you're going through Alexandria?
Yeah.
So it's 10 feet to step into the room, effectively, and then, yeah, you should, it actually is gonna, it's gonna be a little bit more, because you can't go the diagonal, but you can go out 1, I just want to know how much movement you have left, so this would be 10 feet for you, and then 15, you're at 20 feet of movement inside the room.
Okay.
You know, 10 feet of movement
Which
left.
one is the one that looked
Naked?
like he might be the leader?
That he might be
It's
the
the
leader.
one up front, the one with the naked.
This one? Okay.
Yeah.
Yep, and then you can move back that way, and that's the remainder of your movement.
Or I'm just coming in this way instead.
Okay, then you're
I
still at
didn't wanna
20.
stay here
You're still
anyways.
at 20 feet.
Yep.
And you still have an action, since that was the rest of your movement. Action and bonus action if you wish to use them, or holding them for a future turn. Yes, no.
I don't think I have an action I can use at this time.
Okay. No rope to bind arms. No grappling of.
Oh, I do have
body.
rope. I will bind this guy with rope.
Free action, take the rope out, and then use your action to bind him up. Excellent. I don't think that requires a roll since he's incapacitated. It's not terribly difficult. You spend your action tying his hands behind his back. Though, what is your dexterity score? I need like a DC for him.
14, so I've got a +2, and I
Plus
could
2.
use something like survival or sleight of hand.
Sure. What's your survival bonus?
5.
5. Nice. Okay. Then I know what his DC is if he was to try and break out of this later. Cool. So he is bound. Let me put a mark on him. How much of the rope does that cost you? Probably about 5 feet. Not really a big deal.
Alright. I have 95 more feet of rope to tie people.
5 more
Perfect.
feet. Yeah.
Perfect. All right. He is
Should be plenty.
bound.
Not that I plan on tying up anyone but him.
And are you cutting the rope to leave that on him, or are you just having him sort of tied to you like a leash?
I'm having him sort of tied to me like a leash.
Perfect. It is hypnotic pattern. Ticks down. These guys are out. Alexander.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to use my action to do that. So, I think I'm going to go and...
Are you freeing the grapple?
Do I... Oh, well, yeah, I'm just leaving the body there.
Yeah, it doesn't take anything. Just go ahead and take the fist off your character.
Oops, that was the wrong button. Come on, you can do it. There we go. So I would like to... Does this door look like I could gently open it and peek through it?
Let me just take a quick peek and confirm. I don't believe the door is heavily detailed, so it should result in the default of doors in this complex. So let me just take a look at that. Made from worked stone, 4-inch wide holes spaced at their bottoms. Interesting. Yeah, there's a 4-inch wide holes. There are actual holes at the bottom of the of the door.
So snakes can get through.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. I'm going. Well, rather than peek by opening the door, I'm just gonna shove my eye socket into one of those holes.
Yeah, make a perception check for me.
That seems dangerous.
If I get bit in
Snake
the
bite on
eye,
your eye socket?
we have healing magic.
Now I'm just imagining her coming up from that hole with a snake literally attached to her eyeball.
Whoa.
Yeah, looking
Didn't see anything, guys.
looking through this. Oh wow. Looking through this hole, yeah, you don't see too much. It's actually a little difficult. And from this perspective of being on the floor, the one thing you can see is there does seem to be like it's a small chamber which you can see the other side of. You don't see any other doors or exits to it. There's a pedestal at the center, and steam seems to fill the room. Steam kind of pouring out from the pedestal. You can even sort of feel the moisture even from here with your face so close to this hole. You see on the floor what looks to be snake skin, just sort of flaked and curled in the different corners of the room, but the slightest bit of movement catches your eye, and there does seem to be two people held up in here. You see the scaled arms of Malazons wielding their weapons, waiting patiently.
Cool. So I'm gonna stand back up and say, yeah. So there's two more through the door, and they're very much aware of what's happening. And, well, perhaps not that everybody's asleep though.
You say that
Just
to
as an
Felicia.
FYI. I'll say that, yeah, so that people know. Then I am going to come back over here, and I'm gonna chuck this into the pit.
Oh, the body?
Well,
Like,
it's gonna be a body in a minute.
That you let go. All right. You re-grapple using your action the body that's on the ground.
Well,
And
I could just kick it over.
actually, inspecting the door might have been your action. You come
Okay.
back over here to the body, yeah, effectively, getting
Alright,
ready
so-
to do that.
Yeah, I'm just.
Unfortunately, we're in bullet time, so
Grissom,
things
you
that
get the-
seem like you should be able to do them
get the baby
immediately,
powder?
you can't.
No, yeah, no, it's fine. I'm prepping for my
Yeah,
package delivery.
it'll
Deadlift this guy.
It'll take a few turns as someone who does not have multi-attack to start tossing bodies. So excellent. Brolin, then. You are a giant spider. And you are hovering over some commoner slaves and purebloods all knocked out into the ground.
So we're basically just picking up these UNT and throwing them in the pit, basically.
That's what Alexandra is doing. She's struggling with this one. She got it all the way, dropped it, went over to the door to check it out, came back, and started trying to get this thing. After warning everybody there's more in that room, and then starts trying to get this body in her grasp again.
Let me see.
Gotta
I
work
think
on
I
my
can do
priorities.
something.
Maybe
Does I have
we'll
an
do something
action?
webbish.
No, yeah, I was gonna do a web. The target can make a restrained. The target is restrained by webbing.
Dual purpose.
They can break out of it though. Might not be good.
I mean, they can break out of
Rogue
regular
too.
restraints too, so I wouldn't call
Okay,
it off too
yeah,
much.
no, I'll do a web. I'll do a web for my action, and I'll target this one right here.
Okay. It's an automatic hit because it's incapacitated, so you are restraining them with your webs.
Yeah,
All right. Which one? You ping one more
this
time?
one right here, the
Okay, perfect.
non-hurt one.
They are. I am lagging to mark them here. 1 second. Can you move again? Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay, that one is. Oh yeah, I actually have a thing for webbing, so we'll put this on him. Perfect. That one is restrained. You see it shoot out and just like immediately cover the body.
Like a spider, kind of like
spider.
you know, he's just skittering and like, yep,
Yeah.
gonna rape you in my cocoon.
Alright. That is
Oh,
your.
that sounded like an entirely different word there.
Yeah, it did.
Alright.
Rap is I think is what he meant.
In
The
that rap.
Oh,
You did.
There's a
the-
W there.
the
W.
that is your action.
thank God.
That is your action. You
I
still
said
have
rap.
a movement. I know it sounded different to us. It's fine. I believe you. You're still clinging to the top. You are technically because I believe we said ceilings are 20 feet high, so you are 20 feet above.
Does the spider have to be attached to the web, or do you just release the web?
I believe it just releases the web. Though it looks like that's what it is, right? Let's see. I'll look one more time.
Because if you're attached to it, you just start dragging people.
I don't believe it specifies that he's attached to anyone.
Oh, okay,
It takes a
okay.
very long time for me to load any new character sheets right now, for whatever reason, so I am unable to double check on... Wait, no, there it is. It's just hidden up in the corner. Because if you minimize something, it stays minimized. I don't know why. If I click on it, it shouldn't. Restrained by webbing is an action. The restrained target can break. The webbing can also be attacked and destroyed. Yeah, I think it's just you shoot out the web, it restrains them.
It's just a thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
It is
okay.
it is a separate effect. So that is your action, Brolin. You're good? Do you have anything else?
Yes.
Perfect. Valfine.
Okay. I'm going to move up to the edge here, since everyone is just kind of doing their thing. The door across from me, is that open still?
Did you guys leave that open? Probably, if you left it open.
Okay. So I'm gonna cast Mage Hand right here.
Okay.
Range of 30 feet.
Okay.
And close that door.
Yeah, I have to use my action to control the hand, so the hand is there waiting for my next.
Sure.
My next
Well, you
move.
can use
but
it
I'm...
for that action. Like creating the hand is you can do.
Oh,
it
you
in
can
one
use
action.
your action to control the hand.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. All right. I will cast Mage Hand and pull the door closed.
Okay. You close it.
Gently. I'm not slamming this door.
Make a stealth check.
Okay. Advantage because hood is up, right? Or is this just for the hand?
Just make a basic stealth check.
Okay. Nice.
All right.
Sweet.
Oof.
Closes. It closes.
I got the door. What do you guys? What do you want? What's going on?
What do you talk?
You're a spider.
Oh, I forgot I'm
Skitter,
climbing.
skitter.
Yeah, you're still mid climb.
I forgot to get the rope. Oops.
Skitter, skitter, skitter.
Great.
scat.
On a positive note, War can probably get in, grab one of these people, toss, all in his next movement because War can move.
He's got multiple
miles.
actions, yeah. So
So, I believe it's an action to summon the mage hand, and it would be another action to control it, right?
that's what I thought, but it says you
I-
can use your action to.
You
Not
can use
use
your
an
action to
action.
control the hand. Yeah, that's fine. I think it should be
Yeah.
the two together. Yeah. So, but then from now on,
It is up to you. The wording
Takes them
sounds
out.
like it would be within that action.
I would
still.
agree. I would
Yeah.
agree. If you can use your hand to
Okay.
manipulate. So I think you've summoned it, you've closed it. That's your action, and then you can move the hand 30 feet each time you use an action to move it in the future. Cool. Or use it in the future.
Move it or use it.
Move it and use it.
I'm
So
gonna
technically,
bonus-
you can move it 30 feet right now if you want, since you summoned it 30 feet away.
Oh, you can after you use an action
It
to
is
do
you
it?
can use your hand up to 30 feet each time you use it. You can move the hand 30 feet. So you get an action with the hand effectively when you spend your action on it, and you also get to move it 30 feet.
Okay, back to me then. I'll pull it like within
Perfect.
melee range of me. That should be the full 30.
You know what? This hand is about to be yours. I don't want to control this hand. I
It's
want
mine.
you to control this hand. I just have to open it up.
You don't want to move that around anymore?
Nope, it is lagging on my screen. You can do it. Let me just. Oh god. Valandra's Shadow Mantle knows it now. No! Not Val. This is not Valfing.
Valanter Shadow Mantle? If that is?
This is Valfing.
His mantle is
Hopefully
one of
this is
shadow.
you and you don't have another name.
That's me. I'm moving it.
Okay, I have to save it. 1 second. It's lagging so bad. Okay, done.
okay.
Perfect.
It's a busy
yours.
dungeon. Okay, I just moved it. It's within range to me.
Perfect.
I'm going to use my bonus action and hide right here. I guess just kind of up against the corner.
Okay. Yeah, make a stealth check.
And this one is advantage
yourself.
because it's not
Because
the
it's you.
actual hand thing. Yeah, cool. That makes sense. Boom.
19. You are as quiet as a mouse in this hallway.
Cool. That's the end of my turn.
War.
Alrighty. Finish my climb out here.
Mhm.
Go into the room. Did I step on somebody? I did.
Yeah, you can, now that breach is not on your back, you can easily make your way in. It would have only been 10 feet and then 5 for Alexander. You're at 20 feet where you're standing. 20 feet of
There's
movement.
more people in here than I thought.
It's a little crowded over there.
Let's see. Who do we think the leader was?
The one right below me.
Oh, that one with snaky head. Okay.
Yeah, you see him tied up. Frisha's got his arms bound by a rope that is on her person.
I think I want to take the gladiator guy and chuck him over the edge.
Okay, yeah. You
I don't know
No
spacing-wise
competition,
how
huh,
that
War?
works.
how this
Heave
works
ho.
in this
Take out the
situation,
biggest threat first.
because Alexandria is there, as long as you can end the rest of you have 20 feet of movement. So if you went 5, 10, you'd have 30 feet. With the gladiator, I don't know that you'd have enough space to
Well,
be.
he can step over this person, so he could.
Yeah, he. I mean, yeah. I'm trying to. They are incapacitated, so I believe you can easily be in their square. There's nothing competing with that. So yeah, if you wanna, I wanna see if you have enough movement. So you have 20 feet left. Just run it through
Okay.
me. Run through it for me, War, because you have multiple actions. So
Right.
you 5 feet down. You have 15 movement left, right?
Yeah, I think so.
So you would have 15 feet of movement left from your initial movement. Um, and then you would need an action to grab the gladiator, one of your multi-attack actions, which you can do
Right.
because he's not competing against you. And then you would need 10 feet to move forward one, where Alexandria is,
Right.
and then you would use a second attack to huck him over. And then you
Right.
have 5 feet of movement left, and you move to the side. Yep, you can do it.
Okay, bye.
Yeah, illustrate it for me.
He looks
Knock your
around the
sack of
room,
potatoes in.
looks for the biggest thing, just grabs him by the or wait, did they have? I forget how the gladiators were set up, but essentially by the clothing, and just carries over to the edge and just whoop.
Yeah, just like Alexandria, is probably just got her hands under, just getting ready to get her hands under this person again. You just drag one of the biggest ones, just sort of right past her within her space, and just sort of and just throw it, and the body just falls unconscious until it lands down there. And then there is shortly after as you just hear
Yep.
screams as he
Because they took damage from the fall.
Yep. Oh yeah, immediately. Yeah,
Yep.
from the fall, and then you hear the horrible sounds of someone being devoured by a snake, which happened this entire time because it would happen. They have plenty of health. I'm not doing all the mechanics. They're not getting out of this pit. They are being slowly killed. So screams coming from this chamber. Indeed. War, that's your turn.
War, if I may. Long live the king.
So the screams of a dying Chultan woman being devoured by snakes echo up from below. War, that I believe that is as much turn as you can do.
Yeah, I think so.
Without your bonus. Unconscious and Frisha.
Okay. I guess I will walk over and start dragging one of the purebloods closer to the door for War.
Okay, show me which one you're doing.
I'm gonna grab this one.
Okay, that's your action to grab. How much movement do you have left? Remember you have half
2.
speed.
Oh yeah, so 1.
Okay.
So I'm just dragging them.
You've started dragging them. I'm just gonna have them trade places with this commoner.
So
that we know
who's happy our party doesn't have a paladin in it?
Oh.
I think their lawful good nature would have issue with us just wholesale murdering people who are defenseless.
Go ahead and mark your token with a fist. Hypnotic pattern ticks down. Volunteer still unconscious. Gladiator is dead. Alexandria, you are next.
Cool. So it's taken me a little longer than it should have to do this.
Oh no, it's taking you exactly how long it should.
I throw the corpse into the pit.
Yes, I believe you can do that, but I believe if I'm going by what everybody else did, you can re-grapple the creature and have it right at the edge, and then it will take a shove to throw the creature into the pit.
Okay.
So you have her. She's over the pit. Next turn is the shove. So go ahead
How
and
long does the spell last?
mark your character.
A
A minute.
In a minute.
If
few more rounds.
Oh,
7.
we're grappled at the.
You have to grapple and then shove to effectively move the creature. Just because they're incapacitated doesn't mean you still don't have to go through the process. That's why War can do it in one swipe. Because he's a big beefy
Multi-attack.
boy. He's got multi-attack.
I mean, yeah, we'll run it however we want. Yeah. All right, I've got them.
Okay,
That's
mark
my
your
turn.
character with a fist so we know you're grappling.
All right.
And Brolin, Spider Boy.
Okay. I'm going to web another one.
Okay, which
I
one?
recommend the back corner.
Yeah, this one right here.
Okay, yep. No hit required. So you just do so. And they are webbed. Two of their bodies cocooned.
Yeah.
It's getting a little creepy back here with the spider webs and stuff. This is,
Just
I love it, but it's, we're turning into the dark party.
Brolin's not killing them.
Oh, I know.
They're servants of Dendar.
I'll ramp you up in my.
It's true. I'm just imagining just the just like you guys are brutal.
Oh, if one of these poor Chultons wake up.
I mean, they deserve it. They deserve it. But nobody
Chultons?
better mess with these people. Is that everything, Brolin? Just continuing to web from
Yes,
the ceiling?
yes.
Perfect. Valfine.
So, I mean, there's not much I can do over here.
It's up to you. You can do whatever you want.
I'm still sort of hidden, I guess. I will place my rope that I took from War in the mage hand,
Okay. Your mage hand has it.
just so that the mage hand is holding it, and then I'll float it over to War.
Perfect.
I'll just return it to him.
Are you taking an end?
What's up?
Are you taking
Might
an
as well
end?
take an end, and then we have a way out of here.
Do you want to hold it? Okay, yeah. I'll take an end and then just move the end to him.
So we have a rope going across from
Yeah.
War.
So
to...
I'm using my free action to put the rope in the hand, the action to move the hand 30 feet.
War, you have a rope in your hand. Valfine, you have a rope in your hand as well.
Yep. I'm going to use my next turn to pitten right at the ledge.
Perfect. Yeah, that'll be an action. You can pit in the edge. Then it's War's turn. Correct, Valfine?
Yes. So he will have the rope after he chucks
I
them.
moved your boy here, but I think your boy has enough space to move back to you. You put I think that because it was right next to you. It's only 15 feet for him to be next to War. If you want to have him be back at you, he still has 15
Oh, sure.
feet.
Yeah. Put him.
You
I'll grab him and put him right back next to me.
Perfect.
Okay.
War, it is your turn. You have a rope in your hand that's been handed to you by
Yeah.
a magical grasp.
I'm gonna look around for something to
Alexandria.
tie that off to.
Yeah, Alexander is getting ready to just like toss in here. There's nothing that you can see in this room that would be of a great use. Maybe a body, one of the bodies on the ground. But the
What are these things?
those are pits in the
Pits.
they're like tubs. They're like rounded
Oh,
tubs
okay.
in the ground. Yeah, there's the in betweens between each don't form any pillar. It would have to be something not in this chamber to tie it off to. Maybe the handle of the door. Could work.
So he's got 50 feet of rope.
Oh, between the first thing I could think of is between the holes of the stone door. If you were to pull the stone door open and put it between those holes in the bottom, that would be your best. That would be a really good sturdy.
We said there are people on the other side of the door.
Yeah, Alexander's right next to you. She's got this body in her hands.
There are. Yes, there are at least 2 of the snake-headed human body variety. They don't appear to have armor, but they have weapons.
Oh yeah. Oh, I forgot. They have snakes for hands. I forgot to describe that. They're the
Oh.
snake hand dudes.
They're the snake hand dude.
Snakes for hands? What? Like
Snake
the
arms.
head of the
Yeah,
snake or an
Yeah,
entire
yeah,
snake?
you've encountered these guys before. This
Yeah, just
type.
imagine having to convince your hands to do what you want them to do. That's gotta be a life.
Should I start killing these things? Might be easier than throwing them in the pit.
Well,
Well, you have to kill him in
tossing-
one shot is the problem.
Or
Yeah.
yeah.
I am tossing them because I can't do that. But War, you are far more capable of, well, violence than I am. So if you want to start whacking away, flame on.
Yeah. What's under Brolin here?
Roman, you can move your token for others.
It's one of the pure
As
bloods.
long as you know. We got
Okay.
pure bloods. 2 of them in the back are
Okay.
webbed.
So, I guess trying to keep the end of the rope, like, I don't know, tucked in somewhere and letting it kind of follow me.
Sure. There's solid for sure.
Yeah, he's gonna walk up to here.
Valfine would easily let Slack go on this thing, right?
Well, I gave him the slack
slack
end.
Yep. Okay. Perfect.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Yeah, so he can move it as he needs for sure.
So you have moved a total of 5, 10, 15, 20 feet up.
Yep.
You want to do a grab and throw? Because you can almost you can make it back. Well,
No.
no, you can't because Alexander's in the space. You'd have to end your turn there.
That'd be
You
fine.
can get him up.
30. I'd only be able to get back 2 spaces from where I'm at now.
Okay. Yeah, because I forgot it's half speed.
Yep.
That's right.
You know, the purebloods themselves are usually pretty easy to take down.
And that one is
That one is weak.
at half health.
If you want to
They
do
have
Yeah.
just
lower
use
HP,
an attack,
yeah,
you
and we
could.
got a couple.
Yeah,
of
I'm just gonna
Just gonna kill.
Launch.
yeah.
killing blow.
Yeah, go for an attack. It's automatic hit. It's a crit.
Well, are they unconscious or incapacitated?
They're incapacitated. I believe it's an automatic hit.
That is
It's
unconscious that
it's
you're
advantage
thinking
if they're prone, but yeah, critical would have to be. They'd have to be
Yes.
out at 0 HP.
they just incapacitated is they just can't take actions or reactions.
Okay, so they're not fully unconscious. So they are conscious during this. That's
But-
terrible.
Yes, they are.
That's
But they are
terrible.
prone. So
Oh, they're not actually really conscious. They see lots of pretty lights.
On
So
a failed save, the creature becomes charmed for the duration. While charmed for the spell, the creature is incapacitated as a PCB of 0. Does incapacitated make them prone, or did I illustrate them being prone incorrectly?
they might not. be
You
prone.
illustrated them. I don't
Yeah.
think incapacitated.
I don't
Oh.
know. Let me look at incapacitated really quick. That's what's important. They might not be
It's
prone, but
all it says is an incapacitated creature can't take actions or
so they're
reactions.
just frozen. So it like it's literally
Standing
like
there.
grabbing them and like, all right, come here, like just
Yeah.
pulling them back. They're all just
Yeah.
like, that's so terrifying because they're conscious of this happening. That's even
Well,
worse.
they're not conscious of this happening. They're seeing lots of sparkly
Oh,
things.
they are seeing
because-
lots of sparkly things. So, yeah, they're just standing there. So, yeah, I guess then you can make an attack. It's at advantage, yes?
I don't know.
Let me
If
look
they're
at
prone,
Let me look. They're not
Not from
prone.
the effect.
That's
Not
something
prone?
I
It
illustrated
is
incorrectly.
not an advantage. I don't think we've.
I don't think
I
it's
know
a-
if they well, are they restrained? Are they tied up?
They cannot take actions or reactions. So it makes sense why you're able to grapple them because they can't take an action to stop that. Like it makes sense why
Right.
you don't have to
Right,
roll for
right.
that, but you have to make a normal attack, which is
Yep.
weird, but go for it.
Well, you can always reckless it.
You could.
I think I have to.
Yeah, what are they gonna do? Attack you on their next
I'm imagining
turn?
it's got to be like Drunken Master thing where you go to swing and they're like, it's like they move out of the way. or
Just
something.
imagine, yeah.
Yeah, like it's just bad luck. Like I
Yeah.
don't know. Incapacitate's weird. But go ahead and make a strike.
I will make sure that my flame axe is on, and then yeah, reckless attack.
Go for it. I'm not going to change your
Two.
light right now, but if you come into a point where
Yeah,
you can't
that's fine.
see, let me know. I believe that hits. Let me just take a
16?
quick peek. Oh, the
If it doesn't,
lag.
oh well.
Yeah, it does. It hits.
Okay.
Easy peasy.
Yeah, it's dead. You immediately
20.
just murder them.
Ooh, nice.
Just drops.
Crouch.
They are dead. So that's an action. You still have technically movement and another attack. You could step forward and.
I'm gonna step forward and grab this restrained webbed one.
Oh, since they're standing, I think you guys can't share space with them. So let's keep that in mind too. I forgot.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking you guys stepping over them. But you want to attack that one too?
I'm going to grab that one.
Grab. Cool. You just get the grab. So.
And then 5, 10, 15, 20.
Yeah, how far back can you move? We're all.
25. Just one square.
Just one square. Cool. I will move them up. Do just move your token up and mark them with a Go ahead and mark them with a thing. I'm gonna put this body on a different layer so I don't have to fuck around with it.
There we go.
Layer. Okay, cool. So you have another body. Pulling it back. That's your turn, right?
That is my turn.
Frisha. You're at half
I
movement.
guess I will drag this one 3 more squares.
Where to? It's getting crowded in here.
Here.
That works.
So-
Yeah, that works.
The idea is to get it close enough to the door that either I can toss it in out, or War can toss it out.
Yeah. Easily pull it back. That's just your movement. You still have an action if you want to do something else.
I'm gonna use the actor feat to have a conversation like we're the ones that are being interrogated right now, using the other guy's voice and my voice,
What?
And-
Wow.
and saying, "Oh, if you don't cooperate, I'll throw another one of your friends into the pit."
So, what's your actor feat do exactly?
It allows me to mimic other people's voices.
Um,
It's basically I can Kenku it.
whose voice are you mimicking?
The person I was negotiating with earlier.
And you're saying, what are the words you're saying?
I'm asking myself questions about where I came from and threatening myself that I'm going. If I don't answer, I'm going to throw another one of your friends into the pit.
It's so confusing for them. Yeah, you're. I mean, absolutely, you can do this. Probably to the amusement of your friends, but there's very much distressing looks on the face of the half-naked individual tied up by your rope. Just sitting there, just like not understanding what's going on, very confused. Yeah,
The
you
main
added
goal
to
of
the
this
chaos.
is if someone comes to the door out there and hears all the screaming, there's a reason for the screaming to be happening.
Oh my god! All right.
Unless they get too comfortable and open the door.
Hypnotic pattern continues to make an intimidation check with that, will you, for me? And if your actor feat gives you some sort of bonus, I don't know if it does.
I was gonna say, since he's perfectly mimicking it, can he give advantage?
Sure,
Yeah.
sure.
Oh, that was a terrible roll.
Okay, cool. Is that your full everything?
Oh yeah, my full everything.
Perfect. Alexandria, you have a body in your hands.
Yes, it's
Oh,
taken
I already
me
had
three,
it for that.
It's taken me 3 turns to achieve this task.
If only she wasn't dropped on the ground earlier. It's literally like.
I throw the body into the pit.
All right. You toss the body out into the pit. It falls down, and upon hitting the snake, you hear the sound of bones breaking, and then quickly screaming. And the screams last a short while before they stop.
All right, so then I'm going to move to the side here. Can I use my reaction to ready something, or do I need to use my action?
You have to use your action to ready something.
Okay, well then I'm just going to lean in the corner and observe like I'm cool.
Okay, yeah, you move definitely to the side. Brolin, you are next.
Alright, so... War's got that final one. I Well, yeah. There's only
The
This
bottom right
fist-
one's the only one that isn't being dragged.
Brolin's gonna give a guiltful
There's the feet for you.
Thank you.
yes.
Hey, what? You cut
He's
out.
gonna give a guilty.
A guilty. Yeah, you're cutting out as you say guilty.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
He's going to give a guilty.
Oh, okay.
I was not cutting out. It just sounded like I was.
Might as well pick up that person and carry them closer to the pit too.
Brolin's gonna carry this guy.
Yep, you can use your action to take a creature, just with one of your legs. Do you have multi-attack on that creature or no?
No, not
Okay, so yeah, you can use your action to grab the creature. There's some drawings that appeared in orange. I believe they're yours. Roland? Okay, cool. And you move at half speed with somebody in your grapple. So
Yes.
what is your overall movement?
30. So I only can move up to 15.
Okay, you were 20 feet on the ceiling, so coming down, that does spend some of your movement.
And move 2 towards the door.
Yeah, you can move 2 towards the door. Perfect. And you have that one grappled. Go ahead and mark your spider with a little grapple symbol so we know that who you have.
Okay. It's the fist, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can find it. Come on.
It's down there.
Oh, I'll find it.
Okay. It is with you. And that's your turn, Roland. Valfine, it's up to you.
I am going to spend this turn, as I said before. I'll get a pit and out, and I'll
nail this
secure
side.
it as best I can,
Perfect.
and wrap the rope around the other end, and I'll give War a tug on that.
Okay, you spend your action securing the rope on the other side. Give it a tug.
Yes,
War, you
yes,
feel
and my
the tug.
mage hand is here.
Perfect.
Can't really do anything else, so I'll end my turn there. But
Okay.
it should be secure now for whatever they got to do.
War.
10, 15,
Remember you're at half
20.
speed.
You can make
Yep, I can make it to here with half speed.
And you can use your one of your
Yep.
your attack actions to huck a corpse into the
Correct.
pit.
well, it's not a corpse until it makes it to the
Oh,
bottom.
well, it's doomed to be one. It's doomed to be one indeed.
No, it is.
Very, very much as before, you are throwing down these individuals, and the screaming commences as they hit the bottom and are devoured. It is a gruesome task, but one that must be done for individuals
Snake food.
such as this.
That's not so bad.
Just remember how evil they are. They have an altar of blood
True.
made of Chultans.
These are literal bloodbaths in here.
Yeah. Yes.
I actually have been putting them in the wrong pile here. I need to make sure. How many have been thrown in the pit thus far? You've thrown two pure bloods.
Gladiator, 2 pure bloods,
That's it, right?
and that's it.
Cool. I just want to make sure I'm marking for XP purposes that these are
And
not.
I have killed one.
And you have killed one.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect. Thank you. I'm just going to move them because they're in my secret layer. I'm just going to move them down so I know who is going to be XP for you guys. Since, even though this seems really weird and methodical, the spell that's being cast calls for literally a battle to happen because they're
Yeah.
unconscious and you have to dispose of them one way or another. So this is how we're doing it, and it's XP. War, you still have one of your grabby throwies. There is a...
Grab Alexander. No, I'm kidding.
You can technically grapple one other person. Do you have any movement left or no?
That would have taken my whole movement to get there, so
Then
I am kind of stuck there.
I think that's where you are, unless you want to grapple your friend Yaru, who's right adjacent to you right now.
Sure, why not? Just so he doesn't wake up and
Yeah. You want to put him in a grapple? That's fine.
Just put out
Yeah.
full Nelson.
Let's do it.
Go ahead and just put the little fist mark on there so we know that you got him. Yaru's still knocked out. Freesia, you have a body.
Get me warp, and I toss mine into the pit,
Yep,
and
you have the movement.
step back, and then I'm gonna use. So that's 10,
Lots of
That's
screaming.
15.
It's just the best.
Lots of screaming. Lots
We have
of death.
elevated the depth of the pit.
It's getting. I mean, at this point, it's probably elevated about 10 feet at least.
Yep.
It's only a 40-foot pit now versus what it was before.
I'm
Absolutely.
gonna place myself in front of the door.
All right, you know you have the movement.
Yeah, I've got another 5 feet still.
Cool. Hypnotic pattern ticks down halfway through. It is Alexandria.
I'm gonna ready an action. I'm gonna ready a firebolt on the door in case anything jumps in as we're finishing up this process.
Perfect. Brolin.
Brolin will. God, you guys are evil. Brolin will move at
The
half
people they're
speed.
killing are pretty evil, and you know that.
I mean,
It must be done, bro.
You can only go 15 feet because you have to do half movement because of who you're carrying.
Yes.
So yeah, you can come forward with the body.
You can move forward one more than that.
One more than that, yep.
One evil act to end thousands.
Exactly.
The Brolin does a contemplating of morality skitter. It's like,
I love how
it's
the
a very
skitters
expressive
have...
spider.
Yeah, very expressive spider. Just the depth of these skitters.
like these skitters.
There's some zoology here that must be...
No, this skitter is like contemplating the duality between good and evil, and is one evil act justifies another.
Valfine, Valfine, what would you like to do? Still
I
staying...
just go, huh? The fucking spider that I can't see?
Yeah, you have been watching these people die down in the pit since you have probably one of the clearest views. These people.
Since they've been screaming, I'm gonna draw my bow.
Yeah, you can make them shut up early if you want.
No, well, I mean,
Ooh, that's evil.
I'm not gonna peer over the edge. I know how you are.
Mercy killing.
Yeah, if you don't want to do
I'm
mercy
gonna
kill.
watch. Since I locked the rear door, I'm gonna watch this door to this chamber, with a ready attack.
Oh, so you just have an attack ready behind you, just in case?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. War!
Not behind me.
Oh.
Toward the
Toward the other side.
over
Okay.
the pit, because I locked the door behind me. I'll hear if that opens, right?
Yep.
So.
You have a readied arrow, just in case. War.
I think I'm gonna move our friend near the edge.
Okay, yeah, you want
You have rope, we could turn him into a yo-yo.
Here, we'll just essentially put me here and put him right
Wow.
in that spot.
Okay, yeah,
Don't
that's
call
fine.
me the evil one.
I have to move one
There's a
Brolin
difference
slightly
between
over.
a snake yo-yo and zombies. Okay.
Okay. There we go. And it is Farisha's turn.
So should we deal with the other room while we're finishing this up?
Oh, that was a plan.
We're gonna have to deal with it eventually, obviously.
I should have moved then. Oh well.
It was just a thought just now.
Oh, you can remove the fist if you're not grabbing anyone for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, anything you want to ready, anything you want to do,
I'm gonna ready Eldritch Blast at the door
just in case. I like that.
and continue having my interrogation with myself.
You feel your spell begin to continue to dwindle as you have your interrogation with yourself.
Out
It
of
is-
curiosity. Oh.
Yeah?
We've got some people with readied stuff. Frisia, could you use your mimicry to coax them out of the room?
Probably could, but I think that would take an action.
Do you want to do
mean-
that instead of ready your thing?
That's fair.
Oh, you're the only one with a ready action besides me at the moment.
She was. I believe Kyle was asking if you wanted to use your turn instead of readying an Eldritch Blast to try to coax them out, since she already has a readied action.
I could, I guess.
That's up to you.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Use your action. You can make a persuasion check. And then you just gotta tell me like what you're saying. If you're talking in him, I can only imagine it's like, oh, everything is all right now, friends. Come on out. We are okay.
Everything is alright now, friends. Come on out. It's all okay. I need your help restraining these last few people.
Exact. Yeah. Make a persuasion check.
I'm rolling terrible on these.
16. Yep. You make your check. You say those. You speak out towards those that you know to be in the next room. Yeah, I'll let you know on your next turn if anything happens. From there, or you'll see it. We'll see. Alexandria, still readying your bolt at the door.
I'm ready my bolt at the door.
Berlin, you have a body in your spidery claws. You have the means to be able to throw them off now if you want to use your action and movement.
Brolin will reluctantly drop it into the.
Remember, Roland, they're evil.
The fall kills this one.
See, it was
An
worth
extra
it,
10
Kelly.
feet.
That skitter was of sorrow and, and confusion, as this isn't a true fight. This is a murder.
They all are.
I love the skitters and how they speak volumes. Berlin.
The best part is none of us understand any of it.
You should
So
have. Yeah, you.
they-
Do you want to be
I was-
out there, Berlin?
No, not any. No, I'll come back.
Yeah, you should be.
Saving
able to
your
still-
people, Brolin. They were captive.
Technically, no one can actually talk to Berlin, and all of his skitters
Yeah.
make no sense to anyone.
Skitters no.
oh, we can talk to Roland. Roland just can't talk back.
He just
can
can't
talk to Brolin,
respond.
All of the skitters are for Brolin, and I'm totally fine hearing them, but no one can understand Spider, who doesn't have to speak with animals. Is that your turn, Brolin?
Yes.
Valfine, still holding an arrow to that door, ready to action.
Yep,
Okay.
pretty
Ward,
much.
You have this body at the edge.
I think I'll just leave him there.
Okay, you can take the you can ungrapple him, take the little fist off of your character.
Yep. And then I will stand here and ready and attack.
Just clothesline whoever comes out with your axe.
Is at this point that I will close combat since the last body has fallen. The remnants of your hypnotic pattern, Freesia, teeters out as 6 seconds
Well,
passed. And
They
then-
don't. If they don't open it, if they don't go in that one, we might open the door and continue this while that
Alright.
guy's still unconscious.
Perfect. 1 round passes, and no one comes out. Another round passes. Nothing.
So do we want to go in? Is the thing. So 1 round passed and they didn't come out. Did we want to just go get them?
Might as well.
Who's opening the door? How are you going about that?
Well, could have Valfine open the door. Mage.
I say that the spell teeters out because if there's any discussion, your boy comes back to consciousness unless you don't want him to. We can continue going round by round if you want.
I can only reach 30 feet with that thing. If it goes out of range, it poofs.
I mean, I don't know where the hell you are anymore. Are you within 30 feet?
No,
Let's just
30 feet. 30 feet stops.
let's just assume
Well,
by the time
I have
this
to be able
door
to
opens,
see
he
though.
wakes
If
up.
it goes around the corner, if the door is,
Oh.
I'm assuming the door is right here. I can't see it. But if it's around that area, it goes around the corner and it's gone. Like it needs to be within range that I can see.
On Brolin's turn, I tell him to open the door.
Oh yeah, with his spider legs.
There you go.
Do you open the door, Brolin?
That
What
was,
does that one mean?
That was a skitter that deeply thinks the logic of this plan is flawed, and that
If we have a round, I'm gonna position myself here before the door opens.
Yeah,
That ready to action.
You see the spindly arm just slowly nudge the door open. So Brolin's on the ceiling. Just
Yeah. You're like above the door about 10 feet up, I think. You can put one elongated spider leg pushing the stone door open. Those who can see inside, Frisha, it would be a lot of darkness. The warrior does have the light from his axe going, so anybody would be able to see within. I will remove the door. The first thing you notice, everything I described before, there's a mist to this room that begins to sort of pour out, a moisture, a heat pouring out from a pedestal in the middle of the room. Snakeskin litters the floor, but more so covering the snakeskin is blood. You see a pool of blood filling the entrance of the room.
Yuck.
Neat.
Yeah.
They've
They're
killed
already dead.
themselves.
And Frisha, or Alexandria can see, especially from her angle, that one of them is humped up against the wall with their neck completely chewed out by what looks to be the mauve beasts, like ripped out by fangs.
Wait, but they were fine before?
They were alive before, yeah.
Cool, so some beast killed them between...
In the last 20 seconds?
In the last minute, yeah.
And we heard nothing?
And we heard nothing.
Yikes.
Alright, Brolin, or War, whichever one of you, shock troopers, charge!
Yeah, whoever wants to go in the room totally can. You guys are not in initiative in order anymore. Within a few moments, though, you will hear voices say, attack them! Kill them all! What? Cortes! Where are you? And he's looking around. Cortes! No! And he just sees...
If I hear them waking up, I'm going over there.
Yeah, he looks over the edge and just sees all the bodies. Oh, no! And then he sees you. Oh, please don't hurt me. Please don't hurt me. Listen, whatever you want, I am your slave. And he just gets down the ground. Please, do not kill me.
Frisha?
I walk over with War, and once I find the one I was looking for,
I will do whatever you want, please.
and I attempt to charm him for a minute before I interrogate.
Sure. Let me see. Really quick. He's a type 1. Let's see here. This is a magical effect, correct?
Is
Uh,
a racial feature.
in the racial feature.
Okay, cool. All right. Go ahead and make a DC
It's a 15 DC.
15 DC makes a wisdom saving throw. Got it. Ooh, jeez. Something fell.
Alright.
Everybody's awake now.
Alright, he passes.
Oh, shit.
You come over, your eyes flash green. He kind of just puts his head down and says, please, don't hurt me. I don't know if I have the voice anymore. I'm trying to
He was German.
He was
I'm
Germanish.
German, yes. Wait, I don't know. Okay, no, I have it. It is here, but it will be a little bit weird. So I'm sorry.
That was Italian.
I don't have it. I'm lost, guys. It's gone. His voice is gone.
It does,
So,
it's fine.
I can't nail down a German accent, unfortunately. Please, don't kill me. And he just has his head buried in his.
Where are this and Dragonbait?
I do not know who you're talking about. Artist, Dragonbait, your friends, prisoners, captured, maybe. And he points over to the slaves on the floor. Maybe one of them. I do not keep their names.
Where are the rest of the slaves?
They are kept in the slave pits to the north. I told you this. I said I would tell you. Obviously, now I tell you. It is. He's Italian now, by the way. Sorry. He says,
Oh, fine.
they
Keep going.
they are to the north. You go. You find them, and still. Hey, they're still part of the Axis powers, so I'm still in the right area. Okay? you go north, further up. If you have compass, this will help you. And he just says, I can take you there if you want me to. There are slave pits. They're kept there to keep them under control, to keep them caged.
North of here, we know there's a giant shrine room next to Rossensey's personal quarters.
He says, no. That is the eastern half of the complex. The western half is where you want to go. Let me lead you, please. If I take you to your friends, will you let me go? I'll do whatever you ask.
Probably won't kill you.
Oh.
He completely has lost faith, and he looks over to whoever else, and it's Wars. Tortle. He says, please listen. You don't have to kill me. I can help you. And he just turns over to you. Please, I want to leave. I'll go. I'll never come back, or I will be a servant for all time. I am a very skilled linguist. I know many languages. Please. And he's just begging for his life. He's pathetic. He's whimpering. He doesn't believe Freesia. Freesia's literal. The way Freesia looked at him, he was like, I'm going to die.
War's giving the "Are we done with him?" look to everyone.
Oh, okay. That's evil. If someone's begging on their hands and knees, please don't kill me.
This guy
And then
was
you-
literally bleeding slaves out to take a bath in their blood.
10 minutes ago.
Yeah. He's
Yes,
literally naked because he was just doing that.
And you want to spare his life. Thought I
These
knew
are your
that.
brethren,
The
Chultons.
Spider Brolin skitters and laments the confounding morality of the situation.
I turn and talk to the slaves over there and ask whichever one is any of them that woke up from my thing, because I know a couple of them are already unconscious. Do any of you know the way to the rest of the slave pits?
Yeah, I think one of them immediately just looks up, because they've also come to consciousness and seen the situation has turned, and a woman gets up and she just points and she says, I can show you. Throw him to the snakes! And she just points
shit.
towards War. Throw him in. He deserves it. That one there has slain and devoured children.
Okay, now it's too late.
And
now.
she just looks, tears in her eyes, like he's done it, like he's done it to one of hers. No, please, no. She lies. She lies.
What we gonna do?
I check. I can't hear anything.
And she's speaking in Chult.
Maybe I can, but yeah, I can't understand Chulton.
War is going to say in Draconic, what god do you serve?
It says back in Draconic, it says, I don't serve any gods. I serve you. If you would have it, you can be my god. Anything, please, to save me. No affiliations.
A bunch of
Draconic.
spider hands start crawling on his face.
Wait, on who?
I'm Brolin's touching the spider or the snake.
He's oh, please. He's just begging. Don't hurt me.
I web him.
Yeah.
He's already restrained.
He's already restrained,
got a rope.
but make an attack roll.
More.
Since he's conscious now. Technically, you should have been making an attack roll anyway, since I made War make attack rolls.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's webbed.
Oh my god.
He's
God.
completely webbed, and he can't. At this point, he's just muffled. He can't even talk. Just yeah.
Oh, for
Guess I
crying out
untie
loud.
it So
War, just
War can
push
throw
them
him in
over.
without dealing.
War's gonna have a moment with this guy, and then yeah, he's gonna kind of, since he's muffled now, he says, "I know you lied. I know you served Dendar. Do you know who holds your god at bay?" And then there will be like a little flicker of the black flame that's been going on,
Yeah.
and then he'll push him out.
Yep. Screaming all the way down.
Whoop.
And he is no more. He will be shortly as he's devoured. His
Put another
screams
mark
go
on the
on
wall.
for a while. The woman collapses to the ground. She weeps as as her compatriots console her. Just the situation of being saved, being overwhelming, that her slaver has been her master has been thrown to the snakes, and she just weeps on the ground as the others surround her. The others are younger, all female, and when they compose themselves, I think at least one of them will address and say, "Thank you for saving us," in Chultan to whoever responds. I believe, Frisha, you speak Chultan, yeah? You said you do?
Yes, I do.
You do. Yeah, she'll say, "Thank you for saving us. I don't know who sent you, but you are a blessing from Uptal himself."
Now sent him.
Yeah.
I point at War.
These people look malnourished, starved, overworked. They're like any sort of, you can see lashes, searing scars on their arms. They have endured much, and they are little more but tears and just sort of balls of appreciation towards all of you for saving them, and they look to you much like children do to parents as to what to do next.
Well,
The question is,
what do we do now?
do we continue and try and get to the other side of the complex, or do we fortify up here for a little bit while everything cools down?
Do
You should
any
ask.
of you know what was in this room?
We should go look.
I'm asking the Chultan people.
What was in what room? What did you ask?
The room pointing through the door to this eastern.
Yeah, one of them will respond. Those are the shedding chambers. Within the Yuan-Ti clear their old skin so that new ones can be grown. They would use the large ones, the brainwashed, strong gladiators, to help them through the process. Mostly, let me get his name, because I had it, but he's covered in other tokens right now and I can't see him. Mostly Yaru would spend his time in the chambers.
So if I go in and look at those are those corpses or are those just skins?
There's skins on the ground, but there's blood on the floor. Are you stepping in or no?
Sure.
There's blood on the floor. You see the gruesome sight on either side of you of two Malaysons, and you look down. You see they have these snake arms. The on each of the snake arms, the snake heads, maws are filled with blood, and then you can see on their throats what look to be torn out by bestial fangs. Their throats bleed out and onto the ground, and the blood pools around them.
So they ripped out their own throats. Awesome.
It would seem to be what happened. You can easily piece together that the sounds of screams and your intimidating magic has caused them to take a better path to Dendar than to face you head on. At least in their perception.
Nice.
War's gonna tie off the rope to the door with the...
Yeah, you can tie the rope. Yep, absolutely.
Well, think this is fairly cleared unless these blood pools have anything useful in them. But I doubt it.
Peek out around the corner.
You see the rope is taut.
Do they know where Artis and Dragonbait are?
Most likely.
Inside the complex, it sounds like.
Have they actually seen them?
Oh,
Good question.
I elaborately describe my dad to these people and see if any of them.
Yeah. You describe your dad. They look as you try to describe as you try to describe your father, they look to each other and they say, "No one of non-Chultan descent, not of that age. I'm sorry. There are
What about-
many young, able-bodied Chultan males. They were working in the mines.
What of a small lizard-like man?
They look and they say, the smelly one. Yes,
Yes.
we do know of him. He is a calm, peaceful creature. They tortured him so, but he still lives.
Do you know where?
He is either, I imagine, as a very interested Ross and C had come to visit them, that one, and his companion a few times. They had some interest. I imagine that, or he, the master, had some interest. I imagine that he's still tied up in one of those horrible cages. The pits.
So that would be the slave pits that you talked about.
Yes. Indeed.
Time to go liberate some slaves.
She turns to you, says, the dragon man, he had a friend with them. Is this who you are asking about?
I believe so.
She looks, says,
Describe him.
he's an old man. Withered beyond his age. He
took the
gets
ring
weaker
off.
every day.
Yep,
That's
that's
why.
Frieza's dad.
Fuck.
That's Artis. We got him.
He does not look as you described, but I am happy that you
Bridges'
you
wings
recognize
are
them.
kind of fluttering angrily at the moment. And she's looking towards the door, but resisting the urge to shoot out the door.
As she sees your distress at this person, they put like a hand and she says, I have not heard them speak in some time. I do not know if they are still alive. I'm sorry. They are
We'll
in a
find
pit
out.
of their own. We only hear the voices and smell the scents.
So we need to get to the other side of the complex now.
You.
Told
did
you
they
we
say?
were gonna blow this place up.
He's on the other side of the complex. Let's go.
Do you have any detail? What are we gonna run into?
Asking the slaves.
Asking Frisia. I don't. Beltane doesn't speak Chultan.
No.
Oh, well, Frisia's not really the great person to ask at the moment.
We'll find what we find, I suppose.
North, west side, then north.
What
So-
will become of us?
Whatever you want.
There's a boat back through their little barracks over there. If you take it, you can go all the way down and out.
Out where?
To the city.
We're in the city. What one?
Oh.
Omu. They look to each other. Not heard of such a place.
How did you get here then?
We were taken. bags over our heads. We were on a merchant ship heading south to... Let me get a map out really quick.
How long did you travel with the bags on your
Yeah,
heads?
they speak. Says our ship was.
Wait, I can't speak Chult.
No,
What
you
am I doing?
can't. I mean, you can.
Sorry.
No, wait, we all can. We did the Rosetta Stone.
You did the
right?
Rosetta Stone. No, you
Everyone-
speak Old Omnuan. You speak Old Omnuan.
Right.
I
Never mind.
can't do that either.
Yeah.
They don't speak. Yep.
And
I don't
as
speak
indicated,
Gold
not
Omni
either.
either.
Okay, yeah, that conversation, I guess, could still happen between Freesia and you if you want to
Yeah.
feed the
I also
conversation.
have
Yeah.
I also have some Chulton.
Yeah, they would describe a boat that they were heading to. That they were moving down from Port Nyan Zaru, heading towards. They were apparently a merchant family. They were heading towards one of the inland continents when they were attacked. They were apparently assaulted by pirates of a humankind, and they were shipped very far through multiple situations. They have been on a very long journey to get here, but at one point they were sold on a market in a place that they called... they didn't know where exactly, but some pirate bay of sorts. They were purchased, bags put over their head, put below decks, and taken. They were not allowed to see until they came down here, and they were only allowed to see darkness. So,
Well, you're fucked.
Should start a new kingdom in Omu.
Outside.
they look very concerned. They would, but I think it's easy enough to tell that the party's kind of like, we can't do anything for you. But they beg for food, whatever you can spare, a weapon, something to help them.
Motions
Okay.
to the weapons that have been discarded all around her. There's your weapons.
Yeah, they'll take that easily enough. You can tell that they are looking for permission more than anything, living the lives that they have for as long as they have. So it is weird for them to take initiative on their own thing. They very much seem to just be asking you. They will take what weapons are on the ground as per your suggestion, and still look to any of you for food if you have it.
We haven't had great need for some of our rations. He'll say, not Chulton.
You give them some food.
Yeah, potentially.
It's at this point Brolin would turn back into it.
Yeah, if you can get your token
That's
back down
dwarf.
here and delete your spider. You hear one of them whisper to the other, another Chultan name, someone that they want to look for, and the mother shakes her head and says, "We have others we need to find. Have you killed more of them? Is this place safe?"
Not entirely. Russ and C is dead.
The eyes widen with joy. You see smiles come upon the face. He's dead. He's dead. And it's like, it's just that you guys are like saviors. You've killed him. You are miracle workers. And they're just completely astounded by your ability. And then one of them will ask, "Please, can you tell us why? Who are you? Do you come from the port? Are you from one of the princes?"
Fuck, I can't remember his name.
Manga.
We've done dealings with Conga.
And they shake their heads, trying to sort of piece together your meaning here. They say, "We knew someone would come eventually. Believe more than just the stories of their existence. Thank you."
Or
Hmm?
are we setting them free?
These ones are slaves, yes.
I can give them the key to the back door we came in. Maybe they can escape down the river.
Is it safe?
Down the river should be.
They will
If you've
take.
slain everything along the banks.
They look and they say, "It'll be close to the mines. We can see if they are safe." And they agree, and they will take whatever you give them.
How are they going to
Um,
cross this pit?
They
We
got
have a rope.
there's a rope. They can climb.
Okay. If they were gonna climb over to the end of the rope, I would hand the Valfian would hand the key to that door that I locked behind us to the first one across.
War's giving them 10 rations.
Okay, minus 10 rations. They thank you.
Brolin's gonna give. Brolin just cast Good Berry. He's gonna give them like 3 berries each.
They all take the berries. A few of them eat.
Well,
They feel
They only
their-
last one day.
Yeah, they last
give
one
them-
day.
Just a pile of good berries,
Yeah.
and they can eat
They
one each, and
yeah.
then if they find anyone else,
exactly.
Spread it out, yeah.
Exactly. They
Right.
feel their stomachs full, and they're almost like knocked down from the shock of feeling a full stomach. And there's more tears, more appreciation. So much so that it's almost uncomfortable. They are treating you as literal liberators, savers of their lives. They owe you everything, and each of them would say if they ever see you again, that if Ooptower were to bless them on the journey ahead, whatever it is they are stepping into, they're not sure that they owe you their lives.
Follow the mazes, friends.
also,
They would say the same back.
whichever one of us has the map, I show them where we are, give them a general idea of where they need to go.
Yeah, one will try their best to commit it to memory, knowing that you are short on time. Shake their head and say, "Thank you for everything." And you watch 4 people that you saved go into the dark, their fates unknown to you.
So I also give
No.
them a torch.
Yep, they'll take a torch.
Really is unfortunate we have to move at such speed. They would make excellent servants.
We're not here to trade slaves.
They wouldn't be slaves. They're too grateful to be slaves. More like indentured servants.
Seems you have a few of those already.
Well, I don't hear you complaining.
You
And
don't?
we left the trap
Should I not
outside.
speak up more?
Well, I don't know. I don't really have an HR representative. But if you ever feel that your lot as my indentured servant is not fulfilling enough, I can arrange for something else.
You drink some blood or smoke something?
This area is just so homey.
You were fine a minute ago, and now all of a sudden you're talking servitude and undead.
Yeah, I think the
Again.
fume. I think the
Excuse
fumes from the pit are getting to you.
I have said nothing about undead. You are the one bringing up the dead. I am merely pointing out that
Actually, the one bringing up the dead is you.
no, you literally
Quite
just
literally.
dead.
Oh God.
Is Fiara still about or no? Do we want to remove her token?
I mean, I definitely want to keep her around since we're, about
As long
to
as
start
you're cool
crawling.
moving
Still
both.
perched in the corner, right?
If
Because
you
her
want to
token's
like have
there.
her be on your shoulder and then bring her token out when you move, I'm cool with that. But
How long does
what about just
invisibility last? You could
removing
scout ahead.
tokens? Yeah, how
Are you
long
still
does it
concentrating
last?
on visibility?
10 minutes, right?
I haven't cast another spell, yeah. So, I mean, she has 9 minutes of it left.
Send her down the hall
about
or
that.
something, right?
I would say about 8 or 9 minutes.
Sure.
Yeah, you want
I'll
to send
send
her
her
forward?
down.
Okay,
Because that'd be
Um,
awesome. Yeah.
perfect.
So, where are we
Can-
going next?
Yeah, so let me put you. You're sending her down
And
the
then
hall. Yeah, where are you sending her? Through the door?
I don't quite know yet. Where's our next plan of action?
You have control
We-
of Fiora, so I'll put her right there.
We only know how to get there through one door.
We need to go left, right? That's where Dragon Bait and Artists are.
Correct. West and then north.
I will send her west.
The door is closed,
Uh,
but can be opened
open
with
the
a
door.
mage hand. Yeah.
For Fiora, yeah.
Yep.
Dee-dee-dee-dee.
Can you move your mage hand for me? So I can click Fiora through because Kyle can't push.
There you go.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yep. The door opens just slightly enough for Fiora to slip through, and we can go on the adventure here with Fiora. Stealth checks will be required for separate rooms. So go about this
we
how you
can,
wish.
for sure, yeah. Holy shit.
Okay.
You
I
have,
can see nothing.
You have 9 minutes. You can see nothing. You can't see the Fiora token.
No, she's in black now. I can only see what my character can see.
Mm.
I mean, I could to solve the issue, we could just move me around and say
Alexander's
I'm
token.
Fiera.
Yeah.
Do you want to do
And you
that
can
instead?
put Fiera where I'm standing.
Yeah,
So
let's put Fiora where you're standing. Make my life a lot easier.
yeah, you won't have to mess around.
Cast
That
lighting
helps.
on something else again. Yeah.
And then we'll just put you at the door. Are you moving her? Because
I can't see Fiera anymore. I can only see me.
you can only
She's
see
on top of you.
She's right there. Just make sure you're not touching your token right now. If you're not touching your token, I can move you. But if we grab the token at the same time, it does a really weird thing for me.
I'm not touching anything right now.
Perfect. I'm gonna put you out in the hall. Can you see?
Okay. Yeah.
Perfect. You are in Fiora mode.
All right.
And make sure you have her stuff open, so you're rolling stealths for her with
Yep, yep,
advantage.
She's flapping her hands. She can't see anything.
Insert Assassin's Creed Eagle Scout mode noise. All right, so we need to go straight west. So I guess I'm going to have her go straight west.
Okay.
All right, stealth check.
Perfect.
She gets to make it with advantage.
Yes, she
I
does.
think?
And bear with me as you go through rooms. I do need to, as you go through rooms, I have to open menus, and they take a little while to load. So please bear with me.
All good, man. Consistency. I love it.
Dick, that's an 8,
Okay.
but it's got a 1 in front of it.
She through silent. You barely hear the sounds of her wings beating as she seems to just catch wind that isn't even there. She curves a corner. You see what looks to be you look down that same hallway, the one that disturbed war before. You see the murals on either side, the green lights lighting its walls from those green flame lanterns in either side. You see dominating the center of this wall seems to be 2 brood guards holding the chains back from a basilisk that's pointed forward. They seem to be in wait for something, as if defending from something that is coming. You presume yourself. As you continue further, yes? You see
Yeah,
a similar situation with a second doorway going out towards the gong, a basilisk held at the door, waiting for you presume, to come. You see a few Milaisons in the room, their bows ready. They seem very alerted, obviously, of your presence. They're waiting for you to show up. They're waiting to attack you when you come. They're all defended, their bows ready to fire. You see in the center of this room seems to be that sort of snake figure that curls around. I don't know if I've ever gotten to describe this room, so I think I need to toss down a quick Fane of the Night Serpent description.
Like the main chamber? Yeah, because we were at the end
You
of
like
it.
saw
I
it
think.
from far away, I think.
I would say, I mean, we're probably heading here, so you could probably just save the in-depth thing for when they can see it too, because
I mean, yeah. If this is just seeing mechanically how many guys are there, then I won't like fully describe the rooms, which is fine. Yeah, you move through this chamber. You can keep going north if you want.
I mean, I do what you want, but I'm saying you don't have to do that because I'm pretty
I
sure.
feel like it makes sense to describe these rooms to you since you're seeing them, and it's fine that people will see them as we go in, and I can remind them. But you see 4 pillars carved with serpent reliefs support the 20-foot high ceiling of this large room, in the middle of which is an 18-foot high statue of a coiled cobra facing north. Torches with green flames flicker on the walls, and the air reeks of dung. 2 wagons are parked in one corner, and a triceratops is confined to a metal pen in another large beast. To the west are a pair of dark alcoves, and to the south a wide pillared hall, the one that you just went down, and everything else that I've described defensive-wise. You keep heading north.
Yeah. Is this a big gate? Does it look like it's going anywhere? Or...
Yeah. Let me give the description of this room as we get in here. Yeah. A wide passage slopes. Oh, this is the wide passage. This is the other side it's describing. So I have to describe this side. Thank you, Chris Perkins, for not describing this side of the wall.
Thanks, Chris Perkins.
You see before you a sealed gate. Big, huge iron doors that look to be closed. On this side, you can see illustrations of very similar to that of the hallway you came in on, of the Yuan-Ti and Dendar. You see more guards here preparing preparing themselves for anything. They have they're all brood guards, and you see Malaisons also. Well, a single Malaison that seems to be sort of commanding them, also readied for a fight. In front of the gate looks to be a pit with the bars, snakes coil beneath, and then a hallway curls further down to the west. And you see immediately there looks to be two more Malaisons standing guard in front of a sealed door.
Okay. Well, this is
And then further down you see what looks to be a blood ritual chamber, which I can detail more.
okay.
There's like an altar.
Yeah, I think we'll go. All right, east from here is the big temple.
Yeah, make
Okay.
one more stealth check for fear.
Yep.
With advantage for me. Okay, yeah. Unseen.
Killing it, bro.
Unseen.
Killing it.
Okay, so we'll head through to the ritual.
Chamber.
Yeah.
Perfect. One more stealth check since this is a new room. Still advantage. You are completely... Very nice. Very nice. There is no sound coming from her at all. It's very... Be proud of your girl.
I'm proud.
You see a blood-stained altar standing in the center of the room. It has shackles bolted to its top and niches carved into its sides. Housed in each niche is a human skull. Grooves run down the altar to gutters on the floor, allowing spilled blood to drain into the walls. Clay urns overfill with wet bones and gore. You see several brood guards and one individual who you recognize. You recognize the slave master from the mines that you guys snuck past the one time. The one he's looking in the mirror even now, just making sure he looks beautiful, and he is in this room.
I assumed that was the Nazi Italian that we killed.
Nope, that was not him.
He's still alive, and there's a sealed door.
And you see before you what look to be bars.
Can-
As you want to like perch on the.
Well, if the bars are, they might be tiny enough for her to fly through.
Totally.
I didn't.
Totally.
Okay.
Have her make a dexterity
Vertical?
check. Yeah, go vertical. I want her to make like a acrobatics check.
She does not have the acrobatics skill.
Something with her dexterity. Does she have decent dexterity?
I mean, I could have her make a dexterity roll.
Just a dexterity roll would be good. Okay. She hits the bars, and there's this sound, this thud, and one of the brood guards looks over, and then shouts down and says, but he's speaking, you don't speak the language, do you, Draconic? Do you?
No, I don't.
Yeah, you just hear it shout, like it's yelling at something inside. Tabusa! And it just continues about its business.
Hey, what's Pabusa mean?
Oh yeah, Alexandria can say that. It's shut up, you.
Or something.
Shut up, you.
Oh, shut up, you.
No, I was.
Yeah.
Kidding.
Oh, okay. It's gonna be like that then.
You can see now that she's on the ground, she could easily like crawl,
Just waddle
just
in.
waddle in, and just give her a point of damage and kill her. That'd be so mean.
No.
It's like nope, man, you hit the bars.
We're on a roll here. Don't do that.
It's fine. She can waddle in. You see before you the stench of sweat fills the humid air. No. Here we go. Muffled sobs and moans rise from 4 pits with circular iron grates covering them. A chain hooked to each grate stretches over a pulley bolted to the ceiling and coils around an iron wench set into a nearby wall. Iron manacles dangle from hooks on the southern wall. To the north, a faintly glowing stone disc covers the floor of an otherwise empty alcove, familiar in its shape to you. And carved into the top of the disc is a serpent symbol.
All right. Could I have Fiera waddle over to each of these and look inside?
Yes, she can.
Then?
Which one does she go down first?
The upper left.
Upper left. Looking down, you see that shortly the pit ends in a sheen of ice.
But there's no one there.
Make a perception check.
Give me that good
It's as
luck.
if this
Big
pit was
man.
filled with water and frozen. There's a figure in the ice.
Humanoid?
Yes.
Can I see anything more clear, or is it just that, like the silhouette in the ice?
It's mostly just the silhouette.
Okay. Upper right one.
You look
or
down.
the smelliest one, if there's a smelly one.
There is a smelly one. Bottom right.
Bottom right. Okay. To the smelly hole.
Yep. You look down and you see in the as this sort of pit tapers off into a single point, hanging by the arms and chain in the center, or laying on like one of the walls of the pit. The chain comes down and spreads out to accompany multiples, but there's only one. Well, there's actually a few Chultons that you do see down here, chained and just sort of hanging on the wall. At the very bottom is, you don't want to know. What's at the bottom of this pit, as they have to sort of go about their business the way they do. This is a terrible situation, but you do spot a familiar figure. You see Dragonbait. He is stripped. He is in a his armor is gone. His weapon is gone. He is in a loincloth. His arms are tied up. You see him and some Chultons.
Found him. I have bad news, though. We are literally going to have to fight every goddamn snake in this temple to get there.
You say that as you look over to the portal disc.
Yeah, or we can get the portal to work, which we haven't been able to do thus far.
Make sure you
Aren't you a wizard? Can't you do that? Isn't that your
We've
thing?
had this discussion. Are you really that inept?
You do not see. You see Dragonbite. You do not see an old man. Just make
I
sure.
bet I could get the portal to work.
Then please, by all means, we needed you to do that before.
No, you're the wizard. That's your job.
Well then, why did you just waste time with what you just said?
Why did you just waste time telling me I'm wasting time?
Oh, I can't
Anyway.
wait to kill you.
So you know
Anyway.
that Fiera's got about 4 minutes of invisibility left. Like
I'm gonna have her. I'm just gonna poof her so she doesn't have to go
Okay.
through dying on the
I
way
wanna-
back.
I wanna
It's
confirm.
absolutely gonna happen.
you have not seen Artis. Just want to confirm for you.
I mean, I've seen a man frozen in ice. I'm gonna assume that's Artis.
Okay.
But, like, all the doors were shut on the way.
All the doors you went through were shut. Yeah, that you saw. There was one in the hallway that scared War. There is one that was guarded on the way in, and another one in the blood chamber. You've seen 3 doors sealed.
And so there's literally nowhere she can go.
You want
Just
to
she can't open a door.
poofer?
I'm a poofer.
I gotta move you in a weird way, so sorry that you're gonna see.
I'm not
something.
touching it. So you're...
You're gonna go into this room first. I'm gonna keep moving you down. Okay.
We know there's a teleporter in there, but we don't know how to get to work.
Sorry, it's taking me so.
We either get that to work, or we get comfortable with killing a lot more snakes. So, Brolin, I suppose we'll follow
I'm
your
pretty
lead
comfortable
since you're
killing
gonna
more
get it
snakes.
working.
I got you in the room. Put you where you are.
Okay.
Did the symbols match?
It
Yes.
appeared to match.
Same
Yes.
symbol.
So far they
We
all
could-
have matched that we've seen.
We could also potentially wait here, take a short rest, and see if any of them come to us.
It's unlikely they'll be able to reach this space, so I agree with War. This is probably the safest place in the temple right now.
And we should get
Mm.
Falfine over here.
Can I come over there first? Yeah, that was my next
Yeah.
question.
At this point, like moving back and forth from where you've set up a rope, and you have the hand. Yeah, the only time I'm gonna want a little more detail is getting across the other way where Fiera went through. But you can go back and forth from here. I'm not gonna ask you to make any checks.
Yeah,
We're
so
not
I'm
in
gonna do the
we're not
rogue.
in bullet time.
I'll do the rogue type rope thing
Yeah,
in bullet
and
time.
Yeah, you have a rope too.
I'm gonna bullet time that.
Alrighty.
Let's take a 5-minute break here, and then we will come right back.
Sounds
Y'all
good.
okay with that?
Yeah,
Yep.
for me.
Cool. 5-minute break, and we will return for the last hour of our session. All right, we will see you all in a second. Bye.
didn't get a
700
good
each.
Okay.
Holy shit. Yes, please.
700 XP each.
God
Take
dang.
it.
I'm 4K away. Shit, that's awesome.
Yeah, it is.
Hell yes. All right.
All right, we can pick up where we left off with the party discussing what
Uh,
they will be doing next.
Dustin and Alex back.
Yeah, I'm here.
Doc.
Yep.
So a short rest might not be a bad idea.
Yeah,
Then we
take
can use some hit. Then we can use some hit dice, and I can recover a couple of level 1 spells at least, and then we can figure out where we want to go from there. Maybe we'll draw some of them in search parties.
I'm back.
The BB.
I mean, I'm up for either or. We, like Ed said, we have cleaned up a good number of them already. There's the option to talk them out or lead them into one room through one door. Take care of it that way.
Yeah, I
But-
mean, my issue is more like I am pretty tapped when it comes to things. Like I have
Right,
one
yeah.
more rage, so that means I start taking double damage after the next big fight.
Yeah.
Double damage or just normal damage?
Normal damage, but double for me.
His tank ability is lower.
Yeah.
Um,
and I
Back to
can't
our
use
level.
and I can't use pretty much any of my like abilities. I think reckless attack is about the only thing that I can do.
yeah, but then you're inviting advantage on yourself in a group, yeah, without
Right.
rage. So,
Without the
yeah.
Yep.
And we don't know how those teleporters work, so that's not like pop in, bamf out kind of thing.
I mean, we could go back and try to figure that out again if that's the best option, but
Before I do that, we go
I
into
would
the
like.
room area and close it behind us, so we're messing with it in an enclosed.
yeah.
Like
You
in the
guys wanna-
harem,
You
you
guys
mean?
want to be in that little room?
If we can get back.
Rods
to
and Steve's little hidden back room.
Oh,
Had
the
a
chamber.
teleport.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, to
the
get
throne.
back
The
over
throne
there.
room. Yeah, so we can. Because there's also the harem. Like we still have a friend in there somewhere. I never was able to find them because I rolled like shit. But
The problem
Um,
is that I'm not sure to go into that room because they saw people overlooking the gong, and the gong overlooks the
Mhm.
that
and
room.
there were purebloods in there, so it's we're gonna lose war for a couple rounds. But
the main room was empty.
That's
but-
always fail.
There's a ritual room behind it where they could.
I'm just saying the
potentially see
likelihood
anything.
of it is higher. I like the throne room idea. Maybe we can poke that desk a little more. Maybe we can find something like in the private chamber behind that explains it. But
you guys recall
if
the
we can't
river
figure that out,
led there?
then we can
Yeah, to
lawnmower
get to
it. But
to get the Rust and Seas, that's what we're talking about?
Yeah, Rasensee's temple. There is an entrance through the river as well. I
Yeah.
believe, yeah.
yeah, because we can go back.
That's
that
where the
way,
Hydra
okay.
came from.
Mm-hmm.
And
See if
we
we can-
ran up there.
Yeah.
The slaves you sent back took your boat, so you guys you'd be swimming. Oh wait, you had 2 boats. Well,
Yeah.
one of you will have a boat. Some of you will have a boat, some of you won't.
Yeah. I can hold my breath for an hour, it's fine.
There you go.
I'll push their boat.
So yeah, where are you guys heading?
You paddle behind it.
First, are we doing a short rest in here?
Yeah, short rest
Yeah.
first 10 minutes.
Okay,
That would be nice.
short rest.
Delphine's not gonna do anything. She's just gonna sharpen a couple arrows or something.
Absolutely. Well, one of you roll a D100 for me.
Yep, sleeping in enemy territory.
Oh, 700 XP. I missed that.
Someone 1D100, please.
I got it. I'll roll.
Thank you.
100. Boop.
Okay.
A critical failure, but
Roll 2D4 for me, please.
okay. Boop. Ugh,
you.
ugh. Okay, you're welcome. I hope I didn't fuck us.
Oh, is this us taking our rest?
Yes.
Yep, everybody's taking a rest in this
Okay.
chamber.
Cool. I don't need HP. That feels really good.
Alrighty.
Got me exactly back up to maximum.
If I select my, is there a short rest button? No, there's not.
Looks like your hit dice, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna do some hit dice here.
Oh, sick.
That is.
Okay, so I can get one level 4 spell back.
Nervous.
That tops me off with 2 of those.
I used a lot.
Should I get a 4th level spell slot back so that we have Ice Storm in our pockets, or should I take 1 Fireball or Haste?
Ice Storm was good because it had their speed, right?
Well, level 4 will mean that you can cast any of those things.
It's true, but it also gives us access to those level 4 spells.
Yes, so you should just take.
Well, if I take a different spell, I can get 2 spells back because it's
Oh yeah, you can get a level 1.
combined total. Yeah. So I have 4 total things to work with, so I could get a level 3 and a level 1 back, or 2 level 2s.
What are you more comfortable with? I like the AoE idea if they come at us in a group. But,
Depends on if you have any good ones you wanna.
because if you can hit them all in an AoE, I can start trying to finish them off with sneak attack. But,
Yeah, I'll take the 4. So I've got my 4th level spell slot back.
sick.
If only I was a warlock, I would get all my spells back.
Yeah.
I
Do you wanna
summon
use-
Fenbear.
Dustin, did you want to hit dice or anything
Uh,
on short rest?
yeah, that's probably a good idea for me.
Mm.
Roll, hit die. Oh, nice.
Do you get your wild shape back in a short?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, sick. That's crazy.
Plus 8, 10. So I'm mostly healed. I don't have to get healed.
Okay. Yep. You spend the better part of an hour resting, recuperating from your recent fights, and the coast seems clear during that time. The sound of the gong ended a while ago and has not gone off since. Nothing has come down this way.
Oh, that's good.
The sorry, I think my rages only come back on long rest.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm double checking some things. Haven't done short rest in a while.
You're good.
Yeah, we're always like sleep and then go hard and then sleep.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've short
Yeah, it looks like long rest. I don't see anything in
Yeah.
Barbarian
Yep.
short.
Yep.
This is the way.
Okay.
Is this the way?
You
Alrighty.
just finished that, didn't you? Yeah.
I am good.
I'm going
You
to be
guys
staying
are
there for a
fine.
while.
I have spoken.
That and I've spoken, yeah. One of the best parts of that show.
It's so good.
Do we want to go try and mess with the teleporters, or we just want to be angry, avenging death?
I think the teleporters are worth a shot up front. If we can't get that, then we always have the backup option of murder.
It is probably worth a shot, to be frank.
Let's
There are
try
a
it.
lot of them.
Okay, so we're gonna travel up the lazy river.
Okay.
Or down the lazy river.
I have a rope across that War was holding
Yep.
onto, so we can at least make it back that side.
Absolutely.
I
Yeah.
use Mage Hand when we get across to cut the rope as far back as I can see to limit the amount of rope that War loses, so we can recover War's rope.
Okay. Absolutely.
I mean, I could just like wait and go last and just
Oh,
carry
that
the
works
end
too.
of it.
Oh,
So
Pick
then
up
we
my-
don't have to cut it.
Pick up
come
my
back,
pitten.
War.
What?
Grab my. Don't forget my pitten.
And the pitten.
Yeah, you guys can
Thank you.
grab everything that you had used during that encounter, and yeah, you can find your way out. One of the boats is gone, one remains. War easily can go in the water himself, while the rest of you squeeze into the three-person boat. Roland's smaller, so it won't be so bad. And yeah, you guys can make your way north.
All right.
I have to share a seat with Brolin.
So, well, is
Mhm.
he a lap dwarf or is he
I'm
a
a
seat?
I'm a medium creature. I ain't tiny.
I guess I sit on
I said small.
someone's lap.
Sit on Veilfiend's lap.
Short stacks being a little loud.
We going back north, or do we want to explore the water a bit?
You're the one.
We're
that
just
can
gonna hit the
lead.
chamber, right? Just to test the pads or whatever, because we tried to explore and almost fell prey to demonic fungus. So
That's true.
Well,
But we got a ring, which
we
we still don't know what it does.
we did get a ring. Yes,
Which
we
is-
haven't identified. So
You got a key.
Oh shit! I could have identified that in the short rest.
oh,
We get a ring. We got the key, didn't we?
You got a key. It was a ring. It was a ring.
key ring.
Oh, it was a
on
key
ring.
into
Oh,
the
key
yeah
ring.
into that door. We gave the key away because the slaves had to escape. So
Yeah. Okay, it's gone.
it's gone.
And it's gone.
Yeah, you guys have full control of your tokens. You may go where you wish, though, because most of you are in a boat. Other than War, you need to move in the same direction.
I think this way, right? Was the other
Something like that.
Yeah.
doop
Blub,
Oh.
blub.
doop blub blub.
Yeah. The
Alright, War.
the boat can
Doop.
easily sift its way there as War swims beside it.
This looks familiar.
There's an indentation here, War. You should go diving for treasure.
Oh, hey, it's the throne room.
Yep,
We
and
found it.
Yep, you see it exactly where it was before. And you
Right
park-
where we left it.
Park your boat. It's right where you left it.
It's
Yeah.
right where we left it.
I'm having you guys control your tokens because I don't want to move you all the time. It's very hard for me. But yeah, you can.
We want to play with this one, or we want to play with the
you
one in
know,
the back
this one.
door, just in case people come into this room.
Ross and C's
Yeah.
body is still here. It does look as though a few bodies have been moved around a little bit. Ross and C has been turned over on a way that he wasn't when you left him. A few of the
I
other
should take
bodies
him
have
and
been
put him upside down on his throne.
Yeah, a couple of the other bodies have been moved though from where you left them.
So,
The Hydra still fills the
Um,
hallway.
Shall we take
Mhm.
a look at this, Alexandria?
yeah, if I were to try and discern like how to activate it, is that a check, or do you want me to like
You've already discerned.
stumble?
I believe you've already made the check before. I don't remember if you rolled terribly low. Did you roll terribly low on like a check to
I
like
think you
find out
did.
something about it?
I mean, if I hadn't, I feel like we would know.
Go ahead and make a roll, and I'll tell you information that if you don't have already, then you will if you roll well.
Can I Arcana assist since I'm
Sure,
proficient?
Sure, yeah. While you both
To give you advantage.
try to discern.
The nature.
17. Yeah, you believe that this kind of magic is not something done willy-nilly. It's something set over a series of months, weeks, months, maybe even years for it to stay hold. It's something that takes a lot of repetitive upkeep to keep where it is. It could be something original to the temple. You're probably imagining, Alexandria, that it is. It is probably not something that, unless, I mean, you're not sure how long Ross and C has been here. But this seems definitely original to the temple's design. It is, from what you can tell, it is a teleporting disc that once you step upon it, if you are to envision where you are going and you have the arcane skill to wield this magic, that it will take you there. That being that you step on this disc, you make a saving throw. Not a saving throw, but an arcane check. And if you don't hit that arcane check, you're getting blasted back.
Great. So I've got some great news and I've got some bad news.
Hmm.
Great news is I think we can get this to work, or at least Valfine and I can get it to work. The bad news is I'm pretty sure we have to have a firm visual idea as to where we're trying to go, which means I'm the only one who could get there.
That seems problematic.
Basilisks, and
And
how
there
many?
That
wouldn't-
if
How many were in the prison room?
no one was in the prison room, but there were guards adjacent to it. The
And the
likelihood of
problem-
me being discovered is pretty high.
We wouldn't be able to get Dragon Bait back either if he's never seen this room.
So the only way we're getting Dragon Bait out is if the guards are dead. And we can get to the front door. Which
That
means
is, if the front door is not leading out into a courtyard full of them. We don't know what's outside this place, right?
We can always
Uh,
take him out the back door.
Yeah, because we
no.
came in like a secret passage, right? We didn't see the front.
Correct.
yeah, we can take them back the way we came. but we just have to kill more.
Valfine,
Yes.
you a tingling sensation sort of appears at your side, your pocket or your pack. You're not sure, and you hear within inside of your mind an audible dun 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 dun.
Hang on, my phone's ringing. I need to take this call. I'm gonna step out closer to the river. I'm gonna step out closer to the river and bring in the sending stone. Yeah.
Yeah, you hear the voice of Victor fill your mind as you bring out the stone. Are you still alive? Hello?
Mostly.
You hear a sigh. It has been longer than my spells could hold. The hour is up, more so even. Where are you? Are you
We're,
safe?
We're safe. We ran into a little bit of a blocker, but we're okay. Rossin C is dead.
Excellent. Good. Do you
Uh,
have
I-
the cubes?
Trying to think of how I should answer.
You have one.
We
These-
did find Rossin
is-
C's cube.
Freesh, are you coming up behind Valfine?
Oh no, I'm just giving her
Oh.
like prompting. Like we have one.
We found one, yes.
One. What of the rest?
We did tell them he had all the cubes.
We're working on that. We have a little more work to do here, unfortunately.
Your time is growing shorter. I have already witnessed a set of reinforcements enter in.
How many?
5 at least, maybe more.
Which entrance?
The main gate. There are many Yuan-Ti within this city. The moment they learn of Rossin C's death, that place will be filled with snakes. I don't care how powerful your friends are. You need to get out before that happens.
What kind of reinforcements? Were they purebloods?
From what I could see, yes.
Of course. It's problematic.
The city is roiling with them. Whatever you see down there is only a fraction of their forces. They will come back, especially if their scouts get out the word. Does anyone know that Rossin C is dead? Have you hidden the body? Are you found out? Or are you still in secret?
Well, they don't know where we are.
I got some good news.
Blockers, yes.
Are you
Some
found
sort
out
of
or are
alarm
you
was
not?
raised, but we are not found out.
You need to act quickly. as quickly as possible. Find the remainder of those cubes and get out of there. Every hour, more of these things will be pouring in. It'll happen even faster if the word gets out.
Right.
Move swiftly. And if you find yourselves in danger, a few cubes will be fine. We can figure out the rest. It's not worth your lives.
Okay.
Good luck.
See you soon.
So no going for broke then, I guess.
We don't have a lot of time left. It sounds like reinforcements are arriving. They're all purebloods, as far as Victor could see.
He said they already arrived.
5 more.
He said 5.
How many did you count, Alexandria?
Of the purebloods?
There
I
weren't
just
many.
mean in general.
In fact, there were none.
I spied no purebloods. I spied more of the Malazons. Are those the ones with the
The
snake hands?
Snakeheads, snake hands, snake bodies. Yep, different
Ones that
ones.
I have don't look like people.
Yeah, and then the brood guards are very much
Uh,
just
Yeah.
gross reptiles.
Regardless
in
if
total?
they...
They're great. I wasn't counting, but there's probably 9 brood guards and potentially 5 Malazons, a Triceratops, 2 Basilisk, maybe 3. It's not great. These numbers are split up between 3 rooms. There's one room with 3 brood guards, another Malazon, and actually I think it was 4 brood guards. And
The
a
longer
Malazon.
we stay here, the more those numbers increase.
Yes. That is an absolute.
We're already, unfortunately, on borrowed time.
So how do we do this?
The portal is clearly not an option, since only a few of us have dealt deeply with magical items, so we will need to make our
Sounds
way
like-
to the other chamber.
Only Alexandria could get through that way.
But the problem is getting Dragonbait back. He's never seen this room, or that we know of, and we can't
Right.
count on that. So we need to move that direction.
So we have to fight. Fighting is our only option if we want to save Dragonbait.
What's the
And-
best choke?
There was a firefight.
It's going to be straight shot west. The room where I originally wanted to blow everything up with the murals that War hates.
Are we going to pass through that
Isn't
room?
that the
or are
room
we...
with the basilisks?
Yeah, I mean that's where the fighting will begin, but that's where they are thinnest.
That's also, there was a door that we couldn't get through. What's that? I'm guessing you couldn't get through that.
No, Fiora can't push open a door by herself.
So there might be an alternate way around.
We might be able to sneak that way. Quickly.
But that's a risk.
We're going to get bogged down either way.
So we have to deal with at least one basilisk, probably both. The Triceratops was pinned up last time I saw it. Was it
was
still that way?
What do we know about basilisks?
Have any of us ever encountered those before, Ed?
No, not in this game. You can make a history check if you think you've experienced them before. Nature would
Maybe
not
you read about
apply
them?
here.
No?
Unfortunately. You can
No, it's
history.
the
be
same
correct.
roll for either one.
That's fine. 12. You've heard of them, Frisha. I think you've heard of their ability to turn people to stone, but anything beyond that, you're unsure. Nice. Alvin, you can make a second check from your sage ability.
Fuck yes, I can. Alright.
Hell yeah.
Same thing.
15.
God.
You know that
Consistency.
you know of basilisks. You know of the hearty monstrosities. They are vicious in tooth, but what really makes them deadly is their petrifying gaze. If one does not avert their eyes, imposing any form of disadvantage upon their actions, they can risk turning completely to stone permanently. It is a most painful death.
We don't want to be caught looking at those basilisks if we can avoid it. I suggest we try to sneak through that door. Taking those head on is suicide.
I think
Especially...
all of the ways past them, I mean, to get to a door is past them, right?
Well, there was a
Yeah,
way
I'll
down the
promise us.
back that we took before, right? It was...
No, that's guarded. Literally every entrance into that area has a basilisk on it, except for the front door. The enemies are densest there, but I did not see a basilisk.
Could we distract them in any way so that we could slip by?
Ring the gong.
Could ring the gong with a mage hand from a different room, and then slip by to that door behind them when the other basilisk goes to help the first one by the gong.
What's to say? I have no idea if that will work.
Neither do I.
They are all very built up into a defensive posture. They very well may be the only denizens left here, and they might not even answer the gong.
That's my only idea, is try to lure them away while we secure the prisoners. I don't want to have to leave them if we can avoid it, but...
I think if we take the basilisks on one at a time, all of our power focused on them solely, they shouldn't be able to damage us. I feel like we have that advantage.
We have a good choke point.
Again, there's not really much of a choke anywhere. The tunnels are rather large. Or rather, the hallways are large. The way we originally came in there is the sharpest or the easiest choke point to take advantage of. That very long, thin, 5-foot hallway that ascends up into that main causeway for the hall. That's our
Don't have
best
a-
shot if we want to hem in one of the basilisks.
Didn't
The
that
other
have a
one's way
giant
too far away.
constrictor snake on the ceiling?
No.
There
But
was
there is one at that spot. We don't
Yeah,
need to get on that.
southwest.
Yeah, we're going straight west.
I mean, I'm up for anything. It's got to be quick. I guess we'll head that direction. That's the only choice we have at this point.
Okay.
Unless someone has an epiphany on these discs, but
I don't think so, just because it'll be hard to move between them without knowing exactly where we're going.
right. Okay,
Alright then.
west it is.
So we all set to go?
I guess. I'm gonna try to hold off on using my abilities.
Don't look directly at the basilisks. You won't ever be able to look away again.
Unless you kill it first. Cool. So I guess follow me.
You see the hall towards the west, the Hydra filling its corridor, the doors behind it closed now.
Actually, hold up. Let's take the boat south. Wait, no, we'll have to cross the gap. Nope, this is just it. Alright, follow me.
Yeah, the gap's gonna be more of a pain in the ass.
So the party heads west over the corpse of the Hydra and to the doors into Rossin C's throne room, of which you stand.
Warren Brolin, if you would be so kind as to take the door. The door, not my back. There you go.
You open it into the next chamber following west.
Just be careful, everyone. When I checked this half an hour ago, it was clear. You make no claims to how it is now.
Okay.
Right.
You swing open the door, and you see the chamber before you as you left it, other than two individuals. You see two purebloods standing on either side of the gong. As the doors swing open, they step back, looking defensive, their faces filled with concern as our party is easily viewed across the way from the green light that pours forth from this room. They do not immediately attack, but they step back, looking ready for anything. As you look out into this chamber, you see what looks to be a form of magic, something gathering at the top of the altar as a figure walks out from it. You see a beautiful woman. I'm going to give you a picture. Right there.
Oh boy.
She steps out and looks down upon you, her hands resting very gently upon the railing of the altar. Good afternoon, Slayers of Rossinsea. Welcome to my fane. Please, enter, triumphant in your slaying of a tyrant.
Insight check.
That's where we're going to close the session.
I'm okay with this.
Okay, so my mic was muted, but oh my god, come on. What?
What?
It's either very good or very bad.
You and Kyle have these really uncanny ways of making, cliffhangers.
Yeah, that's fun.
You're supposed
Part
to
of the
have
DM
defense.
craft.
Yeah.
Very good. Yes, we'll have a conversation with the new apparent owner of this fane, Fenthaza, when we come back. She seems very happy to see you.
Well,
Of
we did
course.
just give
On
her
a
a
positive
promotion.
we do know where the Red Wizards are holed up, so that is a good negotiating tactic.
Oh man.
That's very true.
Double cross.
Wow.
Very true.
Triple cross.
I mean, like, come on, we were already planning to kill them, so it's like,
Okay.
Very cool. All right. Thank you to those who have hung out. Check this out on YouTube. Appreciate you stopping by. Thank you to my amazing cast for being spectacular, as always, as we play through more Tomb of Annihilation on Mondays. Very fun. You can catch us again next Monday for, I think, our final game of the month. Should be, but it should be pretty good time, so feel free to stop by. These get uploaded on Tuesday, so catch them then. All right. Oh, excuse me. Everybody have an excellent night. We will see you soon. Bye.
bye.
Bye.